Yo, what's up? Welcome to our recording. Just gonna test a few things real quick, make sure we're live. Let's see. All right. Yep. Okay. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. What's up? Today it's just me and Beckett. The rest of the guys are eating Easter dinner or whatever. I'm just tweeting out everything, and boom. All right. Yeah. Shout out to the chat. What's up, guys? What's up, Gatsaberry, Sliggins, Ragemonger. Okay, that's a better name.
Oh, we're off to a fucking flying start. Brilliant.
Tumbleweed, Critical Shogun, Vault, Stefan Corbino, Liana Taylor, Jamie. Jamie actually went into the VC today and actually debated Red Hood, aka Lucifer, on Peepaw Riveter.
Good lord.
That was pretty fun to listen to. All right. So we're not doing anything crazy, okay? We're just reacting to some Senate calls that Beckett has up for us. Beckett has been doing a lot of studying on the art community. So if you're not familiar with the Senate and you haven't heard our episodes, go check out our episodes. One of them is getting close to 10K, but the Senate is a Discord server where a lot of the art community would interact, and it would be basically what you would call a barbarian server, which is similar to what a blood sports server would be. A lot of fighting, but these people are trans, furries, weirdos, those type of people. So it would be a lot of like weird, retarded conversations. And then there were situations where Hopeless Peaches and Leo Convoy would get into a pile-on this Rosa, who when you listen to it, you can tell she's not all there, and she's not very cognitive of what's going on. And it just kind of turned into like this massive pile-on that would come back to haunt them a year later. Am I getting anything wrong here, Beckett?
No, I think that's probably fair. I think the Peaches stuff was going to come back and haunt her anyway. We do have some Senate-y stuff. I think I'm gonna try and find the Ravenclaw as well, yeah. And we've got like a whole list, but we've also got. So I don't know how many people have seen this, but there is. I'll give a better setup to the first thing. So do you remember the video we watched where it's Lio sat there with a goblet in the lion mask talking?
Yes.
Okay, so that was about someone named Buttons. Now, I don't know the Buttons drama, but this ended up in court. And as his defense in court, Lio played a Senate call, and that court recording exists and is in a Queen Seraphina video. So I thought we'd begin with actually that, rather than let's see what they're like in an actual courtroom, because I want you to experience this. And then also I thought it might be interesting because I keep talking about it, like just to see like sort of the genesis of a lot of this is the Toon Critic drama. And that Skype call exists. Now, it doesn't include any of the people, but it'll sort of give an impression of what the community was like back then, and how, in some ways, how little it's fucking changed. So yeah, we've got a smorgasbord for you.
Sure.
But okay, let me get this first one up. Okay, so this is the Queen Seraphina video. This is all just background on Buttons. It's irrelevant. But Lio then released the court recording itself, and some court stuff.
Who's the guy that was holding the paper?
I have literally no fucking idea.
I thought you were about to say that's Queen Seraphina. I was like, they're not really passing, are they?
I don't think so. But I did some. I've chatted to Queen a bit, but Queen's been around for ages. She's actually voice acted for like the old Brony animations, and I'm really curious to find out whether Lio has any voice acting in his history. Like, there's a little fucking Brony cartoon somewhere with Lio. Someone did send me. I can't for the life of me remember who. It might have been Hellbent. Lio's old pony avatar. I'll try and find it and bring it up during stream. It's very cringe.
Yes.
Okay, you ready?
Yes, Beavers. I did say hello to the chat. Yeah, let's do it.
Into a restraining order across state lines. So after Buttons took Lio to court. It was a while of waiting before Lio could get permission from the court to have it appropriately shown. So, of course, with the permission of the court, I will go ahead and share what is going on here. Unfortunately, yes, I know,
Whoa.
Unfortunately, it is not a video, but a MP3 file.
you not to put stuff there. So take that. Thank you. I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand. Mr. Guerrero, raise your right hand, please.
Yes, sir.
Solemnly swear any testimony be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Guerrero, you're on the Zoom, is that right?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. And this was an order that issued back.
So do you know the context of at all why Leo Convoy's in court right now?
So I believe that there was some sort of temporary restraining order, and this was like to get it like furthered or solidified. I think that's what I can piece together. So I don't know much about Buttons, but yeah, it got out of hand. I think the general thing is, as this goes on, you can hear the judge get more and more exasperated with how fucking ridiculous all of this is. It's just like I can't believe you're trying to get restraining orders for internet stuff. You could just not talk to each other. You're not in the same state. You're nowhere near each other. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I don't like. So this went from like Discord servers to like actual
court. I mean, it's one of those things that keeps amazing me, because it seems like you said this before with the Kai stuff. I've never seen a community that's so small end up in court so many times. I mean, Mr. Enter's trying to like take Rebecca Starr to court now. It's like I've never seen it escalate this much.
When we come to no one's gonna get this, but the Rebecca Starr drama, Cecil McFly keeps sending me this fucking quote. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I love my dad. He has no fart fetish. That's one of the quotes from Rebecca Starlight. I love my dad. He has no fart fetish. Apparently, Rebecca Starlight believes that their mom has this weird fart fetish and was very, I don't know. You'd have to watch the fucking video, but it's insane. But Cecil McFly keeps sending me, I love my dad. He has no fart fetish. Over and over and over. Keep spamming it in my DMs.
I feel like Cecil might, I think I saw a comment where Cecil said they might actually do a video on this now. It's reached that point where they might do another 4-hour breakdown, which would be kind of interesting.
To happen.
Yeah, I agree.
In November 21st. No, I'm sorry. This was an order that issued back on October 14th of 2021. Had an expiration date of 10/27/21, and then we had some weather closures, and the matter was continued until today. Is that an understanding that everyone has?
I actually didn't know all of that, sir. All I did was get a call a couple weeks ago letting me know I've been served, and I got the paperwork that said it was initially sent out in September, but I never got that paperwork initially.
Okay, but now you have it. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
I might hear your Discord pings.
And, ma'am, are you...
You can't look at if that's a video or not. I don't think it's...
Why am I hearing Discord pings?
God, like... I liked it because this was on a Zoom call, and you can. It's weird hearing Leo in this context, I think, because this is like big boy stuff now, and he's not in control. He's like super respectful in things, but you can like almost hear him edging towards being like, "No, this is my thing. You'll do what I say."
Yeah.
You asking to extend the order that you got? And Mr. Guerrero, are you objecting to me issuing this order?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. So, ma'am, tell me why I should extend this order.
Now, of course, Buttons goes ahead and gives his reasons to extend the order, and, Buttons is barely audible in the recording.
In this order, I have received very threatening messages and social media posts from people associated with Mr. Guerra, along Meal to the Cross.
It's just going over the material of the affidavit and, of course, reasons to extend that order. Now, I forgot to mention something very important earlier, but I think it's good to bring up now, and that is how Buttons handles evidence. Concerning the court case against Lio, the material in the affidavit and the emails that were given to the judge are going to be debunked by Lio here in a second, but I'm going to point out one thing that happened quite some time ago, but is still relevant to this day. When Beryl was still around, there was an individual, Fusion, who was outed for being inappropriate with minors.
Shocking. I'm shocked. I can't believe it. So,
yeah.
Beryl is like the precursor to the Senate for anyone who doesn't know, but It just never fucking ends. It never ends. It's just endless shit. I don't understand how you end up like. Why wouldn't people just leave the community? Do you not think do people have like a groomer limit where they're like, I can't do this anymore?
I think it's just autism. Like they can't leave because they're so autistic to the point where they feel like this is like their anime home, you know? This is their hive. They can't leave the nest, you know? This is the place they go to talk about Sonic and furries and bronies and all this stuff. They can't leave.
Can't leave. This is where they belong. This is
yeah.
This is the home.
This is the concentration camp for retards.
Fucking hell.
Course caused the news to spread around, and it eventually reached Buttons' doorstep. Now, Buttons, for some reason, was under the impression that I was Fusion's romantic partner, and Buttons was eager to jump on the situation to be the first one to cover it. So I went along with it, and jumped into a call with Buttons pretending to be a victim, while Sheldon in the background, yes, this Sheldon.
Hello and welcome to Pony Tonight. Our top story? Rainbow Dash is drowning in cum.
Was encouraging me to go down a list of things to
I feel like this community might be a Beyonce thing. I'd forgotten that was in here.
fake that would increase in severity. Now, besides the fact that this was supposed to just be funny and fuck with Buttons, it was also to prove another point, and that was Buttons doesn't care about evidence, because by the end of this call, Buttons just didn't bother to really get any screenshots out of me. He just took the story and ran with it as if I was telling the truth. Why? Because again, he wanted to jump on the story. Buttons does not care for getting the right story. I mean, come on, he called me the N-word twice and it was really funny. Actually, my bad, it was 3 times. At the same time, I understand that, this probably wasn't the best move on my part. Like, I still think it's incredibly funny, and the point that I proved is still relevant to this day, which is why I'm talking about it right now. But I will agree that, yeah, I might have muddied the waters at the time by making this move, so I apologize for that. Getting that out of the way, we will move on to Lyo's retort, where he proceeds to debunk the bullshit out of the affidavit.
Thank you. Okay, so I have not seen everything that the plaintiff has posted or shown you, specifically social media posts from other people, because I only have one Twitter account. I have no idea who this person is, because the truth of the matter is the plaintiff has wronged a lot of people in a lot of communities, and I can't stop other people from messing with them. I don't care for how they're being messed with. It is against my moral values concerning impersonation accounts.
Against my moral values, Your Honor. You see, I like what's the fucking cartoon he likes?
My Little Pony?
No. Does he like My Little Pony?
He likes Thundercats as well. He likes.
Oh yeah, I was like, I like Thundercats. I'm not a My Little Pony fan, Your Honor. You see, they like My Little Pony. I like Thundercats. What you see, Your Honor, is they obsess over me. You know, they obsess over me, Your Honor. I'm not obsessing over them. I hunt pedophiles for a living. They don't. I'm an important person, but they think they just little children. All right, even though they're like 35 years old, it doesn't matter. They have the mindset of children. And I tell them how it is, Your Honor, because I hunt pedophiles and they're afraid of me.
I love the idea that he's like, this person's wronged a lot of communities. You can hear the Senate voice like seeping in. This person's a bad person, Your Honor. You've got to come dogpile on them with me. I feel so sorry for this fucking judge.
Don't care for it. But if it's okay with the court, can I go down the list of the affidavit?
Yes, you may.
Absolutely. Thank you. Okay, so it says here, for the last year, Thomas has been escalating harassment and threatening my life over social media, and despite taking efforts to separate myself from him, he refuses to leave me alone. This is factually incorrect for a number of reasons that I'll go into here. So let's see. On October 19th of 2019, he held up a sword via video saying, I have a sword and I know how to use them.
I have a sword. I know how to use it. I'm going to get you, Leo.
I love the idea that like Lio, like people keep doing this with Lio. They're like, he's really threatening me. He's like threatening me with wolves and a sword. And you know what? After listening to this much stuff out of Lio, he is one of the least threatening motherfuckers I think I've ever seen on the internet.
I would just love to like. You think they're on video, right? They got to be on video because it's a Zoom call. It'd just be funny if the judge was like, "Sir, are you wearing a lion mask? Like, can you take that off, please?" You see, Your Honor, I don't feel like I could be taken seriously without my lion mask. Everyone knows me as Leo Convoy. I wear my lion mask all the time. If you want, I could get a headdress, a lion headdress, so you can see my face. I'll go get that right now.
I think it's fucking wild the amount of stuff that kind of like internet stuff when it makes it to like the real world. Do you know when Chris Chan was in court? Chris Chan agreed to go to prison and said, "That's fine, Your Honor. Can I just have time to go home and get some toys?"
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's like,
exactly.
I don't think you understand the situation you're in.
I'll get on it. I'll do it. Let me just go get my toys and everything will be fine.
We got 2 donations here. Ellington Moose with the 5. Look up Dib Rose at some point, aka Sam Foster. Dude would record Senate calls and post them on YouTube for archival purposes. Leo made him delete them. And then Cadenway with the $9.99 says, "I jokingly called the art commentary community the cabal, but holy crap, they keep stooping to duplicitous, degenerate lows, especially towards kids, that it doesn't even feel like a joke anymore." Yeah, I think it's all a bunch of like mentally like Leo's probably like mentally like 15 years old, right? It's all these people that have like these teenage mentalities, but they're adults.
Yeah, Leo never grew up. Like it's really obvious that this guy is still like an actual man-child. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
On October 19th, that video wasn't even directed to the plaintiff. While the plaintiff was mentioned to quote them, the person being addressed was not them, nor was it directed towards him in any way. That's why the transcript of the video is, Stella Warfang, the person I'm referring to. The plaintiff was only mentioned, and I quote the plaintiff said, "The purpose of the video was to meet mockery with mockery, because they mocked me for a collection of things I have, claiming that I must not be married because I had it. So I made fun of the plaintiff's friend, not the plaintiff, but the plaintiff's friend for their collection of stainless steel weaponry, saying essentially, look, my stuff's better, and I know how to use my stuff. That's why I called them a goon at the end of it. That is not a threat." Now, the purpose of this video, again, was to meet mockery with mockery. I believe that this video is being used dishonestly by the plaintiff in an attempt to frame me as something I am not. Incident 2 on December of 2019. The plaintiff is alleging that I sat in calls taking bets that he would commit suicide. This is factual.
Wait, what did he say?
Yeah. So Buttons is alleging that Lio sat in calls taking bets on whether they'd kill themselves.
You probably did that. Probably.
I really want to understand. Like, that's factually incorrect, Your Honor. I wasn't taking bets. I just said I hope they do it.
Factually incorrect for a few reasons. The first being that no bets were being placed. It was a poll made for a mockery awards show. Secondly, the vote I...
Wait, so they had a poll on it? What was the award? Who's the most likely to rope themselves? What? Oh, fucking God.
I
got $20 that Buttons will unalive themselves.
Oh, man. None of these people have $20.
Wasn't even for the plaintiff. While the plaintiff may have gotten the majority of votes in that stupid little thing, this is due to their pathological post threatening self-harm in order to incur intention. But the biggest issue with this claim was that if I wanted the plaintiff to harm themselves, I would not have been one of the people that called the police.
Pause real quick. I think this is from Streamlabs. Get to Barry donated $10. Is it bad? My one friend who just trolls people told me to get the fuck out of the server. Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's referring to. Yeah,
if it's getting out of Senate, I mean, that might be pretty solid advice at the moment.
Yeah. Gitsa Bear also donated to the Have You Noticed All of a Sudden? Have you noticed all the sudden noticing going on? Okay. All right. I don't know what that means.
I have noticed. Thank you.
Help the plaintiff when he said he was going to commit suicide on February 11th of 2020. I don't want this person dead. I don't want them harmed. I want them to sort out their life and stop hurting and defrauding other people and himself. Of note is that his alleged friend spent time panicking in the group chat they have while I made a call to try to save this person's life. The idea that I would aid or want his death is an accusation I find to be sickening. Now, on to incident number 3 in March of 2020, with a correction. This was actually in April of 2020. The art made was made for a video I did detailing the immoral actions of the plaintiff, as he has harassed, threatened, and stolen from multiple people online. I saw it.
Okay, so I think I know the context of this. Do you remember the sock puppet video where he goes like full Doom guy? That's what's being referred to. So it's like,
No
actually, I'm like 99% sure that's the video that they're referring to.
Wait, do we have that video? Do we have that video?
Yeah, we do have that video. Do you want me to get that up?
Yeah, let's get that up real quick.
Give me 1 second.
Shout out to Santa Claus for being a Stumpy for 8 months, and shout out to Grizzly Bear for the 10 months as a Stumpy. Thank you so much, guys. Let's see. What's up? Didn't watch the other content, just saw the 4-hour calls and got curious. Sorry for bad English. Leo literally talks in real life as he does in his exposed videos. You couldn't make it up. Yeah, he's 24/7 retard. Like, this guy is not playing a character. This guy goes off stream and has dinner with his wife, and he's like, "Oh, the Thundercats was made in 1978, and they are a premium show. I got all the models. I'm gonna get my new model tomorrow. And then what's going on the Discord server is they're trying to groom a 14-year-old server, and they keep trying to groom this person. So I'm taking the lead, and I'm gonna go after them. I'm gonna call the mom. I'm gonna call the dad. And I'm gonna fuck their lives up. All right, what's up? Yeah, let's play this.
I like your life voice. Really good. It's nothing like him, and I believe that's what he actually sounds like. It started to permeate into my psyche. Okay. This is Lyo's sock puppet video.
Come, my children, as I account the great battle against the creature known as the Piss Gremlin, also known as Button. You will have to follow the link in the description and pinned comment to get to the main video, for the forces of the Piss Gremlin are evil indeed, and will do anything to stop this tale from being told. Don't forget to come back and comment here to fight against this evil creature using the algorithm. Now, let us read the passages. Ahem.
Long ago, the evil forces of the Piss Gremlin were strong. They pushed back even the armies of man, and those that would expose their...
People took this guy seriously. I don't understand. People saw this
guy as like their president. He was the president of the retards.
God, it is so much more retarded than fucking commentary drama. It really is. It's fucking people. Chris in chat, what the fuck is this? This is Lyo Convoy doing a sock puppet to recount the story of Buttons.
Hi, did you take my book? I need my book for my sock puppet video. You can't move my book around, okay? I got to hunt these pedophiles. Did you hear what Button's been doing? They're a piss gremlin, honey. You can't move my book. I need my book open right here on page 666. Don't you understand this is important?
It's a dire situation.
evil deeds to light. But then came a man fueled by his anger against this injustice. His hatred for evil overcame their acts, and he ripped and tore through their armies like so much chaff.
He ripped and tore.
Is that supposed to be Hopeless Peaches?
Behind him? No, I think that's... I don't know who that is, but I know that Opal, like one of the kids, adults he adopted, drew these images. Opal drew these.
Oh, okay.
So, but he's seeing himself as Doomslayer. This is his self-insert fan fiction. This is how he sees himself in Senate.
This beast, this man, was filled with unmitigated hatred of the imp's actions, so a swath through their forces was torn, and the truth revealed. But what were the evil deeds of the piss gremlin and their forces? This must be seen in the linked video.
What the fuck? Oh my gosh. You got all these like autistic trans people that are like, wow, Leo Convoy is so cool. Oh my god, he's so cool. He told me what to do in a VC, and I had to shut up because he's the boss. He's the boss, you see. I can't talk against Leo. He hunts pedophiles. I'm really scared.
He's so cool, guys. Don't you understand how cool Leo is? It's so cool. Like I was so I jumped onto a call last night about Mr. Girl, and I was asking, like, there were a load of Mr. Girl orbiters in who I know, and I was like, do you ever talk to your therapist about Mr. Girl? And one of them was like, no, I'd never do that. The other one was like, yeah, I've spoken to my therapist about Mr. Girl. I'm like, oh god.
It's something Lab would do.
Yeah, I just wonder whether any of these kids are like, can we talk about this guy I know, Lio? I feel like he's really helped me. The therapist is sat there going, oh god, just tell me he doesn't wear an animal mask.
I think you should be committed, Dan, because you keep talking about this lion man a lot, and I think it might be your imaginary friend or something. I think you're having delusions. I think it's time to, we put on the straitjacket and give you some Xannies and get this demon out of you. How about that?
It's time to stop.
There's a moral obligation to outline what the plaintiff has done in order to keep people safe from harm. The art in question neither depicted the plaintiff himself, nor did it show any death. The plaintiff is aware of this, as it had not only been explained to him in call, but the artist for the piece was also in there and explained the intent and purpose. And if you need to, I absolutely have a clip about
Beckett. Someone wrote in chat, Beckett's voice is so sexy it makes my clit perk up. So there you go, buddy.
As a British person, I don't actually know how to respond to sexual advances. Oh, God save the king. Right.
that call. For the record, this call was requested by the plaintiff in April of 2021. There were no threats made. There was no coercion for it. It was something they requested. I did not reach out. He reached out to me. Would you like to hear that clip?
If you have it.
Yes, sir, I do. I just got to figure out how to do the screen share thingy. The host, disabled participation screen sharing. Well, that's going to be a little bit difficult.
For, you want to, can you play it so I can hear it over the phone?
Oh, man, that's going to be a little difficult.
So this is him trying to get the technical stuff set up so he can play a fucking Discord call to a courtroom.
Yeah.
At what point do you just stop? This is fucking so weird.
Let me see what I can do.
Hold on. What do you have there, John? To give him screen sharing capability. To do this, can you make him a co-host?
Can you make him a co-host to the courtroom?
Can you give him perms? Your Honor, I'd really like if you give me perms so I can share my screen. I will make things very much easier.
Your Honor, mod me. Where's my wrench?
Your Honor, I would like to be appointed as the bailiff mod, please. I like to wear the badge, too. Do the mods get like a badge next to the name? I'd really like that.
Yes. So let me go ahead and pull up the file real quick for you. Art, okay. And now we get to see if this is going to work right. Sorry, I've never done a Zoom call like this before. Ah, there it is. Please let me know if you can hear it. I'm about to play it, all right?
Yep.
Can you hear it?
No.
Shoot. How do I do this?
Try that. That looks like it's volume there.
Your Honor, have you tried leaving the
runtime.
call and coming back? If you leave the call, come back. I think it'll work now. Your Honor, why don't we just download Discord? We could do it that way. It's not easy. You just take your email. You can set up a Discord really easily, and we can figure this all out in my Discord server.
Your Honor, would you like to join the Senate?
Your Honor, would you like to sit into one of our calls? We got this trans furry coming on who helped a groomer. They helped the groomer, and we're going to tell them how it is. We're going to tell them that they shouldn't be doing that. And then I'm gonna ask if they can put the mom and the dad on, and then I'm gonna tell the mom and dad how they aided a groomer, and they should be aiding a groomer.
Fucking community.
I'm sorry, the volume's right here. Actually, let me do something real quick, if you don't mind. Maybe if I change the sound settings, I can get it to play through my speakers instead of through what it's currently through now.
Talk. You're gonna get another chance. Just relax.
You're the judge's dream, like Chad. Please calm down, Mr. Convoy.
All right. There's people asking like what's going on. All right. So Leo Convoy is a guy who dresses up like a lion and hunts pedophiles. He's part of this furry art community called ACC, the Art Commentary Community. And then there's this thing called the Senate, which is a Discord server where all of them like gang up on people. It's like a blood sport server. All right. So at this point, there was some situation between a guy named Buttons and a person named Leo Convoy, and there's some sort of what was it? What's the
restraining order?
A restraining order on Buttons, and they went to court. And so Leo Convoy is about to play one of the Discord calls in court, in Zoom court.
That's fucking evidence.
Your Honor, I know this is a United States court, but I think you should wear the British fucking wig that they have. I think that would be really cool.
Let me go ahead and have it for you real quick. Let me know if it's too loud, because I'm going to have to blow this thing a bit. My apologies. Let me know if you can hear it. Go ahead and bring up the thing over one. Can you hear it?
Can you play it a little louder?
Yes, sir. Let me turn it back up more. Let me go ahead and get it all the way for you. Please let me know if it's too loud. Yep. Let me go back. Go ahead and bring up the thing over on top now. Can you hear it now?
Yes.
All right, let me back it up. Go ahead and bring up the thing over on top now.
Yeah, okay, so the reason I felt like it was a threat is because they were characters that were depictions of myself, and I did not feel comfortable with the fact that depictions of myself were being killed. You know what? First of all, none of them are dead. Second of all...
Jack B with the 2. God, these people are such losers. And then I Bully Bullies with the Sec 20. Boogie is talking about dating a fetus. Cool. Yeah, no, but these guys are definitely losers. They're this is retard court. This is a retard court, but it's actually happening.
You should probably have the context clues of that it's a joke, considering it's Doom Guy with a Thundercats logo, Has Been Hotel, and Piss.
Also, let me ask you a question. Look at this image. You recognize what this is, by any chance?
Transformer, I would assume.
All right, so Starscream holding up the head of Optimus Prime. Assume.
He played this in court.
Let me explain this to you. This is just a drawing. This isn't you shouldn't perceive this as real life. This is just a drawing. This is me holding up Optimus Prime, a head of Optimus Prime. It's not real. Don't you understand? It's not real, and you're a groomer.
This, yes?
Yes.
Every fiction is filled with OCs. Is this a threat to Peter Cullen? The guy who is essentially Optimus Prime has done the voice longer than everybody in this call has been alive?
No.
Okay.
But may I say a counterpoint as to why I personally felt this is a bit different?
By all means.
This was drawn with the express, like this felt like an express purpose of causing me great discomfort.
Are any of the characters dead?
Implying
Did you die though?
that would be assuming intent.
Also, are any of the characters dead?
No, but they do seem injured.
Did that probably more to do with the fact that it's, well, hell. I'm not seeing any broken bones. Everything's in a red gradient because it's hell. I'm not even seeing much in the way of blood here. I can't even tell if some of these things even are blood. It's like tie-dye.
To be fair, it is blood.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for the qualifier, because I can't tell.
Also top right as well.
That's the one I thought was tie-dye. Like, specifically at the arms to the uniform.
Can I zoom in on this? Oh, wait, I'm zooming using Google, duh.
If somebody does hate art, if I don't see it, doesn't mean they are going to or want to physically hurt you. That's not a sensible assumption. If they wanted to hurt you, they wouldn't put the effort to putting it in art. They just don't hurt you.
Do you think, and this is a legitimate question, that if a drama kicked off in commentary that was bad enough that it ended up in court, even some of the spurgiest people here would do something this retarded of playing a fucking like playing a Turd Island episode in a courtroom or something?
Yeah, I could totally be like, I could see Smaggle being like, "Your Honor, you're a faggot."
You know what? You're actually not wrong. I could totally see that happening.
Yeah, Your Honor, you're coping and seething right now.
True. Coping and seething.
And may I continue now, Honor?
So tell me this, was that in a chat that a bunch of people were in? Was that in a podcast? Was that in a game? You know,
this is on the chat application called Discord. It's kind of like a combination of the old school typing chat room and Zoom to where you can talk.
Yep.
This was a chat again requested by the plaintiff, and it had 4 people in it. It had 5 people at one point. Myself, a mutual friend between me and his artist, whose name is Angelina, and one of the plaintiff's friends that I don't know the name of. It's not really important to me. They go by the screen name of Dan CGI Guy. Again, this is not a call that was threatened. This is not a call that was coerced. This was just a call that the plaintiff requested to challenge the information in my video I did of them.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so the image is a parody of a popular video game franchise that was not made with the desire or intent of threatening or intimidating the plaintiff, as they themselves are not depicted in it. Fictional characters that are demons that the plaintiff created were depicted. The fiction is from something called Hazbin Hotel. It's not on television. It's on YouTube.
It's a hotel about people in hell, Your Honor. They're in hell, but they're actually good. But they're actually pretty funny guys. They're in hell, and they have to like survive in hell. And there's like this girl in it that she owns a hotel. And then there's this guy, there's a YouTuber who paid $50,000 to be drawn to have sex with them. It was really weird, Your Honor.
I love how hard the judge is trying. He's just like, please just explain to me what the fuck you're showing me.
There's this I don't know if you've ever seen the funny Zoom calls that happen. Like there's this one call where this guy, his name is like I fuck butts 2020 or something like that.
Right.
And the judge is like, can you change your fucking name? What's wrong with you? And then there's another one where this guy like freaks the fuck out or something. But it's the same judge and the 2 different like viral videos in Zoom. It would just be hilarious if it was that judge.
do you think he sat there and he's like, I just actually want to go back to murders. I thought this would be better, but I just want to just give me like a quadruple homicide or something, like anything but this.
Were depicted as dead. As the plaintiff has acknowledged the truth about this image previously, even with the artist of the piece present during so. I believe this is yet another willful falsehood by the plaintiff spun in order to try to make its claims seem more legitimate to the court. The next incident is in September of this year. Actually, let me go ahead and stop sharing for now. Sorry. Close that out because I'm going to need to pull something else up here. The next incident is in September of this year. The plaintiff is alleging that I emailed him and threatened him. The context for why I emailed him is important, as it wasn't out of the blue. The very same day, earlier before the email, the plaintiff struck the video of him with a copyright takedown. When someone does that, YouTube gives you their contact information so that you can dispute it with the person directly. Of note is that the plaintiff has attempted to get this video taken down by abusing YouTube's report system multiple times due to it accurately showing his immoral actions. While the plaintiff may pretend to act stunned that he got this email, he knows factually that YouTube will give out that information in these cases, and that's something I can easily and shortly prove here. I feel it's also important to point out that the plaintiff has consistently harassed me and...
You think Leo's thinking right now, I'm fucking killing it, bro. I'm fucking killing this right now. I'm fucking doing this. I'm doing the thing. They ain't got a shot. I'm winning.
This is like the coolest he thinks he's ever been. Like, imagine, like, because that's his dream, moving into the real world, real people taking him seriously.
Who's gonna run for office?
Do you know what? I'd vote for him. Unironically, can you fucking imagine? It would be incredible. I think Lio running like a small town would be the funniest shit possible. Like,
my campaign motto is Thundercats. Oh.
Others over this video. Would you like me to share with you my emails back and forth with the plaintiff in this case, sir?
I think I've seen them, that the plaintiff...
Please don't give me anything else. I'm good, please.
Yeah. Someone in the chat says Lio claims the local police know him and what he does. Yeah, probably because he calls them like every other day. I just want to let you know I'm hunting a Guma online, and they're Guman children, and I just want you to let you know, officer, I got it under control. I got it under control. You don't have to do a thing. All right, I'll just stay in touch. All right, bye. Like that, he probably calls the cops every day and says shit like that.
I love the idea that like he'll go into the police station and be like, is Officer Michaels here? And someone goes, oh fuck, okay, go get Michaels. Oh, Michaels comes like, hi Thomas. I've got this folder for you. It's full of the like most degenerate stuff. Thanks, Thomas. We'll look right into that. Walks into the back and just throws it on the file.
Like if you call me by my name, Leo Convoy. I'm not Thomas. I keep telling you this. I'm not called Thomas. You call me Leo Convoy.
You know that scene in the first like Christopher Nolan Batman film where he turns up in Gordon's office in like the dead of night and holds a stapler to the back of his head? Yeah. I bet it's like that. Like someone's working in the dead of night. Lio turns up. You just hear a samurai sword unsheath. Don't say anything. I'm on your side.
I'm in the dark. You can't see me right now. I'm hidden, but I'm hunting the pedophiles. Just know, I will get justice. I'm a vigilante. I'm a vigilante, officer.
Had showed me a number of emails that were sent from I want to say a LOC.
I have both my emails and the plaintiff's emails. Because I cannot see what's going on there, sir. I don't know what's been shared. To be honest,
I understand, but the context of the emails were a discussion of that copyright infringement issue, and the only thing that certainly I had some concerns were in the last paragraph you make some statements or some bold statements that you don't want to do this. I'm going to get my lawyer. Those kinds of things. I don't know if that's, and I don't know if that was, if I'm correct in my reading of those emails.
I would love to explain this. Because the plaintiff has harassed me consistently, abused this system, the only threat other than saying, at this point, I'm probably going to have to do another video because this person has also harassed and messed with several other people, numbering at this point in the hundreds. The only other thing is, if you don't knock it off, I'll take you to court, which, honestly, considering where we are right now.
And that's what has to happen. You shouldn't even contact the plaintiff about anything. If you feel you've been wronged, you take it to the appropriate authorities and deal with it, right?
I don't disagree, but at this point, I just want the person to leave me alone.
Oh, no.
And
I just want them to leave me alone.
Your Honor, she's being a real bitch. All right, she's being a real bitch. She won't leave me alone.
Your Honor, she's bullying me. I like it. Do you think it like flashed through Liar's head that he's like doing all this like online pedophile hunting shit, and the court's just like, I don't know, man, go to the police. What am I meant to tell you?
But I want everybody to leave everybody alone. That's the smart part. I mean, you guys are theoretically you're 1,500 to 2,000 miles apart, correct?
Yes, sir.
You're in the state of Texas, and we're here in Massachusetts, correct?
Yes, sir.
So there's no reason for you to have any contact with the plaintiff. There's no reason to have any social media activity with the plaintiff, even if he asked you to engage in it. I'm just saying that you should not use his likeness. You should not use it. This is my reading for both of you, not just one of you. That you're not to use likenesses of each other, any screen names, anything. That you should just not communicate with each other. If you feel that either one of you have a valid claim against each other, get lawyers and deal with it.
Sir, if I may continue, if it's not a problem.
No, go ahead.
Your Honor,
So, if I may continue, you don't know what you're talking about. Okay?
I hadn't finished speaking, Your Honor. That's really rude.
Your Honor, if we could pull Ziggly Blue and Blue Blah, they can explain this better. They're my trans children. They're not my real children, not my biological children, but I adopted them over Discord. So that's Ziggly Blue and that's Blue Blah. They're both 24 years old. One thinks they're a female, one thinks they're a male. One's a furry. They think they're a frog, which I think that would make them a skelly. I'm not too sure, honestly. And then the other one believes they're a bald eagle, and they wear their fursuits all the time in Discord calls. They can explain everything for you.
This fucking can't. I'm so dead. Right, okay.
Oh, Your Honor, I'm sorry they can't come in. They're watching Has Been Hotel right now. There's a marathon on Cartoon Network. They can't come. They can't watch right now. Can we reschedule for tomorrow at 2 o'clock in the morning? That's usually when they're up.
Thank you. All right, let me go ahead and find out where I left off here. Nothing in those emails is a threat towards body or property. The plaintiff, though, made his intentions clear through his response to this email. Let's see here. I got to find the right spot. Because, they told me not to contact them after this last one, and then they immediately contacted me later with a, correction. And at that point, I did not say a word. I did not message, email, contact anything to the plaintiff, because when somebody tells me, hey, don't want to talk to you anymore, I respect that. That's how I operate. The reason why they got sent a different email is because I was on a different account at the time.
Sorry, I just have to read one thing from Endler.
Yeah.
Your Honor,
shout out to Hellbent. Oh, go ahead.
Go on.
Shout out to Hellbent. Leo is a vigilantard. 1 month. A Bieber lover. Thank you.
Endler, Your Honor, one of my witnesses cannot testify right now because currently she is 5.
Your Honor, my witness was supposed to come in today, but they can't because they're being groomed right now, and I have to leave the court so I can stop this from. They're literally being groomed as we speak, Your Honor. I have to stop. Don't you understand, Your Honor? Their life is on the line. We're going to get the. No. They're actually being groomed by someone IOL. So I told them to open up their laptop and turn on the camera. And so they're going to record themselves being groomed, and then we're going to catch them in the act. And it's like a bait and switch, Your Honor. We're going to get them.
I fucking can't. This is so ridiculous.
By the way, that actually happened. That's real. Leo Conboy actually suggested to do that.
Yep.
I wasn't making that up.
I've heard people defend that call, by the way. I've heard people say, like, they were really struggling with ideas, and I'm like, I don't know how much I've ever struggled with an idea that the conclusion that you come to is the creation of child pornography to protect a victim. Like, what do you mean? If you're struggling that much, maybe it's time to give up. I don't fucking know.
Let's see here. I would like to direct your attention to the needless to say, your pride failed you line on the copyright comment. This is how I can prove that the plaintiff knew his info would be given out by YouTube. You see, Your Honor, this is how the plaintiff got my personal address. He falsified a copyright strike, knowing that if I appealed it, YouTube would give him my address. This is the plaintiff, once again, abusing systems in place in order to attack people, something I believe is going on in this courtroom right now. After that last email, I did not contact the plaintiff. I don't go out of my way to do this and would rather not speak to him at all, considering the immoral actions he still does to this day. But on to the last part here, and I'm sorry, Your Honor, but this does make me sick to my soul. In this affidavit, the plaintiff is claiming I have made sexually charged comments towards him. I find this claim, even above the other false claims, to be the most vile. I do not make sexually charged comments towards anyone.
Okay, I just want to say, that's not true, Lio. That's a lie. Yes, you do. You turned to the victim, like a victim of this shit, and said that the person who'd groomed them saw them as a fleshlight. They were a minor at the time. Yeah. Like, you absolutely make sexually charged comments to people all the fucking time, you freak! What the hell?
There's literally a recording of him in a call, and this person was like groomed or something, right?
Yeah.
And like they were a victim of one. I guess it was Joshua Vida.
Yeah, it was a video.
They said like,
yeah.
So they made joke that he made something about their dicks and like all this weird shit.
Yeah.
It was really weird. Teddy with the 499. Officer, please understand, I own all the CP to keep them away from groomers. And then Sliggin was with the 1 month as a bad with money. Thank you, buddy.
Aside from my beautiful wife, it's disgusting to make such false, baseless claims. This also claims that I am associated with his ex, which I haven't been for around a year now. The plaintiff at the beginning of this affidavit claims that I have been ramping up harassment for the last year, but only cites one incident in that time frame, and one that he instigated via a copyright strike, then lied to the court about. On the bottom of the affidavit, it says, I declare under penalty of perjury that all statements of fact made above and any additional pages attached are true. I believe I have factually demonstrated that every incident cited on this paper is factually incorrect. And I'd posit...
Just very quickly, because I know that the accusation there that Button copyright claimed to get the information to take Lio to court is pretty serious. I don't know enough of the context to know if that's true. I don't want to make a claim here. Yeah. What I will say is that in Lio's video on Button, Lio doxed them. Lio went through and was like, well, they put their name out when they were a kid. And it was completely irrelevant. Lio dug up all the information, got all their previous usernames, and included their real name. Didn't use it again. He just said, that's the person. That's doxing. Lio did this first. No, I do actually understand, regardless of anything else, why Button wanted to take them to court. Because, there's no reason for him to include their real name other than to encourage harassment. That's it. Or it's intimidation or a threat, which is, doxing. Yeah, obviously. I just feel like that's kind of important as a relevant fact.
Yeah. You think the judge, when he's, listening to Lio say all this, I picture him, his fingers on his temples, just rubbing his forehead, while trying to hear Lio explain all this.
I honestly, you know when you watch judges back in footage and you can tell they've just been doing this far too long? I think it's one of those where the judge is just this again. What the fuck is wrong with people? I wonder if he goes home to his wife and is just honey, let's not let the kids on the internet. Let's just ban them. We'll go and become Amish.
Honey, I'm plugging the Ethernet right now. It's over. I'm getting them flip phones, and we're going back to dial up, and I got this. I got this cord phone that we're gonna use. It's over. We're not going. No more internet.
I have never made a threat to the plaintiff's life or property, and I never will. To be frank, I'd rather never speak to them again. And the few times I have in the almost 3 years this document covered attests to that, and that's why every single time we've had an encounter in the past 3 years, it was due to the plaintiff trying to do so. And if you'll permit me to editorialize for just a moment, Your Honor, is that okay?
Where are you going with this?
I believe I know the real reason why we're here, and if you...
That's really interesting. Editorialize for a second. Isn't that the thing everyone was ripping the shit out of Kumu for saying? And here Lio is using it in fucking court.
Yeah. Stefan Corbino with the 12 months bad with money. Too sober for this. The judge as he opens his whiskey flask.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll be honest with you. Like, if he was drunk, he'd probably just be shouting at them by this point. Surely, I think what I really wanted was like Lio to go up against one of those like insane judges in Texas who are like will just shout at the people, just be like, "You're idiots! You're actual fucking idiots! Get the fuck out of my courtroom!"
Don't want me to talk about it?
No, I don't.
No problem being quiet.
I don't think it's germane as to why I'm deciding.
Excellent.
So, what do you want to tell me? What you heard what I had just had a discussion with Mr. Guerra about, correct? The whole idea is that you guys shouldn't be communicating with each other. Yes. And that.
Is this Buttons?
Yeah, this is Buttons. They're just really quiet.
Yeah, why are they like? They sound like they're on the other side of the room.
That's because they're scared of Lio, Matt. You insensitive bastard. They're trying to hide from him. Your Honor, I'll have the camera on, but I don't want to be on it. He'll see me, please, Your Honor. I'm just on the other side of the room, like it curled into a fucking ball, hiding from the lion man.
Incorrect. One of his mutuals reached out to me and had egged me on about doing it.
So I guess what I'm getting at this point is that you guys shouldn't have any discussions with each other at all, either through friends or friends of friends, or if other people want to comment about the plaintiff, Mr. Guerra, you do not take the bait. You do not even initiate any of the conference or anything about it. That you shouldn't mention the plaintiff's name in any of your social media posts or any of, and vice versa. From the plaintiff, you shouldn't be talking about Mr. Guerra at all. If you guys have issues that you feel that are important enough in which that you want to bring forth to the courts, do it that way. You know, get a lawyer. If you want to sue for copyright infringement, you have the right to do that. If you feel you have a case, same with you, Mr. Guerra. You have the same right to do that as well. But the communication that you two are having with each other, person to person, should end.
I agree.
So I'm going to treat that as it is. I don't want this to keep coming back because all of a sudden you send out a post.
I never want to see either of you again.
Yana, if I come back, I'm going to wear the lion mask. I'm going to wear the lion mask, Yana. And you're going to see my full alpha.
Lio doesn't even growl once. It's very depressing.
Wah! Wah!
I do this. Oh, I had a great day in court. I didn't get in trouble in blah, blah, blah. It was all lies. I'm not making factual findings as to whether or not either party is correct here. I'm telling you that you should just not have contact with each other at all.
Get the fuck out.
I agree. I understand. But I'm going to give, you guys are adults now. I'm going to give you all the opportunity to live up to that for me. If you don't, then I'll deal with it. But I just, at this point, you guys are miles apart, as we like to say, and that you shouldn't have any further contact with each other at all. Fair to say?
Yes, sir.
All right. You're both free to leave. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm not extending the order.
And here is the best part.
That's right. The call.
All right.
Holy fuck
I gotta pee real quick. Can you pull up that clip when I come back? The clip I sent you.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
We'll do that.
Yeah.
We'll do that. Can I growl? I don't growl on now recording. That's an after hours thing. Depends how drunk I am. Right, how much you want to bet Lio saluted while saying yes, sir? Just sat there just being like, yes, Your Honor, of course, I'll do as you say. I believe in the American dream. I'm a good Christian boy. Judge. Oh, fucking hell. Both adults now, Lio being 40, yeah, almost. Well, to be fair, Lio has never claimed to be age regressing. So, you never know. Do I at least mean you? No, I don't. Ever. Not on camera. Oh my fucking god. I can't fucking believe this ended up in court. I actually kind of want to go back and I've never looked at the Kai Weiss Omnia stuff, and now I'm kind of tempted. I hope that there is. Please tell me there's a courtroom call from that shit show. That must be fucking wild. Beckett, how long before Lio and Button start bickering at each other again? I don't think that's going to happen. So if people want my prediction, I think Lio's going to respond this month. And I think I think that might be the end of it. Because I don't know if Peaches is going to be able to come back. I know they're trying. Potentially I've heard under another name, maybe the Aaron stuff. Explain how Peaches is related to this. I can't remember how Peaches was related to this one. I think it was mostly just like to do with Omnia.
Like in general, or just like to this incident?
To this incident.
Yeah, I don't. I just know in general they interacted with Leo a lot. That's all. Like that's all I know. All right, so you guys gotta listen to this. This is funny. We played it a bit on the now recording episode, but this one makes me laugh.
Real quick, Key, unmute.
Yes.
How old are you?
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I'm 22.
Then I expect you pay very close attention to my words. I expect you to show Susie respect. You will not raise your voice to her. You will not make excuses. You will not lie to her. And you will show her the kindness that she is owed for even having this conversation with you. Do you understand me?
I understand.
Good, because if at any point you get stupid in this call, even if Susie gets mad at me about it, I will find where your throat is. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Good.
Lio's big, red.
Okay.
Have you actually seen that full call?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Is it available?
Yeah, of course. Hold on a sec. Where is it?
So...
Shut the fuck up, Doodle. This is it.
Do you need a free
Oh, fuck. Okay. It's because I'm on the wrong profile. Give me a second. Give me a second. One sec.
Are you tired of furries infiltrating the communities? Well, in these 5 easy steps, we can eradicate them all for you.
Knew that he was.
So this is the full call. It is like an hour and a half. We can watch some of it. And get like the context.
Yeah. Do you have any of the context, or?
Okay. So I believe that there was and people can correct me on this because it's very rough. I believe there was another server called the Cloud Palace. Something happened between them and the Senate, and then this call came together where basically Lio bullies them into shutting the fuck up. Now, one of the constant themes of all this is, along with Peach's doodle tones, doodle diapers, has been around for fucking ever. They're one of the few remaining like people who've not disavowed Lio at all. They've not done anything. They are terrified anyone finds out about them. And I believe this was in the relation to something to do with Doodle. So that's very broad. Yeah. But if anybody like Becca is actually that's fine. Doodle what? Doodle diapers.
Teddy 999. I will find where your throat is. Damn, he's so badass. I love him. All right. What is a Cloud Palace? What is Cloud Palace?
think it's just another server.
So is this like a Discord war between the Senate and Cloud Palace?
I think so. That's what I remember hearing, but someone like Endler might be better. Yeah, retard war, true.
Dude, they need someone with some sense, right, to be like the on the scene reporter of all this. Who just reports it all to us, like in the moment.
Well, I think
you see, Doodle Tones who wears diapers, it suggested that everybody gets in a Discord call, and then Leo came in and he went all fucking evil father on them, and then all the trans people ran away scared, like something like that.
I think there is a missing like market gap for somebody who wanted to do like sports narration on it. I think that would be really fucking good. Leo's got them on the ropes now. Little do they know, in the background, he's a complete degenerate freak.
Lucifer in the chat says, "I'll do it." Yeah, Lucifer, you'd fit right in. Has been hotel loving motherfucker.
Can I get
There we go.
By the way, can I
Yes.
get some water real quick?
Yeah,
I
everybody go ahead.
apologize.
Everybody go ahead and get what you need, so we don't have to interrupt the call any further once it
I
gets started.
appreciate it.
Alright, just have to take me a minute. I was playing a message to you and I looked at it. I was trying to explain.
You are very hard to comprehend right now, Neko.
I'm sorry, it's something because of the earbuds. Let me put them away.
Neko? Wait, wasn't Neko like a groomer? Wait, is this in relation to the fucking Neko Coda drama? So Neko was okay. So Neko was the groomer who was grooming people in the server Rosa was in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is okay. So that was Neko Pan. Sorry, Endless correcting. It's probably Neko Coda, not Neko Pan. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got confused by that. Fucking Beckett L. How could I make such a stupid fucking mistake? God damn it. Right. Okay.
Alright, is this better?
I hate this. I hate this.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, there we go. There we go. Sorry, my phone died, so I had to move to my computer.
You're good.
Oh, so anyways, what I was trying to say, I'm sorry I'm a little
I was just gonna jump ahead.
Yeah, let's.
And we'll wait a few minutes. I called sleep. Let me check something.
But they piss around for ages.
There we go.
Okay.
Here to go at Susie because she didn't do anything wrong here. I would like to know, from the top down, how literally every single one of you actual adults who can vote and who can be drafted to die for your country thought it was a wise idea.
Ain't nobody drafting this drone squad, Leo.
Okay, so historical fact: during World War II, I believe, it was World War I. Basically, like the Italians dressed people up in armor and walked them across the trenches or something. I could be completely wrong on this, but that's what you do with these people. It's like just put your first suits on and walk towards the Russians. It'll scare them.
Mom, Dad, I've been conscripted. What do I do? Get me out of this.
Tell them you're really retarded. It's the truth. You'll be fine.
Mom, can I take my brony with me to war?
Just sat in a fucking foxhole with a body pillow.
Do you think the Russians have furries too? Are we fighting furries? I don't want to fight any furries.
To know who this person who is associating with a rapist child predator, how would you know that they're associating with them, and why wouldn't you tell anybody? So we're going to go with the oldest first. Dalsmick, I'd like to know why.
So I knew because they had essentially been alluding to it for a while. It wasn't really a surprise to me. They got very uncomfortable at the topic of V being mentioned. Everyone already knew that they were very, very close from the get-go. When I made my video on Doodle Clones, they basically came to me and told me, hey, I can't watch this because you talk bad about V. And I was under the impression most people knew. The thing, though, is that I did tell people. The people that I did tell, though, have essentially told me that they just don't remember me saying it to them.
Who did you tell?
Apparently I was one, but I didn't remember.
I told Susie, I told Ellie, although that wasn't a call, so she tells me she just doesn't remember that. And then I told people yesterday in the Cloud Palace, around the time things were going down. I can't remember exactly what time it was, but that's the one thing that I want cleared, is I was not keeping this to myself. I did tell people. I just didn't tell everybody. And that was my mistake.
I will note that for the record. We'll come back to that in a bit. Mab Station.
Yes.
I would like to know your rationale.
For why I didn't tell people?
Yes, for how, number one, how you knew, and number two, why you didn't tell anyone.
Okay, so how I knew is my boyfriend is friends with one of these victims who found out, and they told me to keep it private. I'm willing to give screenshots and such of the group DM where I found out.
Your boyfriend is friends with one of V Omega's victims?
Yes, I was a former friend of V Omega, and so they met through me.
How old is the victim now?
I think the victim is either 18 or 19.
How old were they when they asked you to be quiet about it?
It was last year, so either 17 or 18.
Okay.
I think the rationale is that they thought they were the only person who knew about Vigelsio, because I didn't know that Vigelsio was really open about the V shit.
I
so
see.
I wanted to keep quiet for their sake. I told Doll about it because I wanted some advice at the time. It was also, and yeah, and so Doll and Firebolt, Doll, my boyfriend, Firebolt PT, because my boyfriend told me and Firebolt about it, but told us to keep quiet.
When was this?
This was in April of last year.
Okay.
What the fuck is wrong with these people? How do you all get groomed? Does everyone have a grooming story? This isn't normal. Please get help.
Like, there's someone in this community, the commentary community, that they've been groomed like 5 or 6 times now because they keep fucking like they just keep walking into it. Maybe they've been in that community too. I don't know.
Really trying not to get myself cancelled here. I don't.
Yeah, I've been groomed like 4 times now. I don't know what's going on. I just like to enjoy conversation. Next thing I know, I'm getting groomed. I gotta go Leo Convoy now.
Well, this happened with fucking Mint Heart. Mint Heart was like, there was a call where this was like the 3rd time they'd been groomed, and Lio literally said, "How does this keep happening to you?" Like, what are you doing?
Okay. But I was looking through it because, like, I remembered I got told, and I forgot why I didn't say anything, or because normally I would, but then I looked through the DMs and remembered that, oh yeah, that's because that person told me to. The DM with the person, I'll get the screen share set up for that later.
I don't need that.
Okay.
Okay, just a bit of context. Cloud Palace is Doodletone's server. They went to hospital, didn't mod anyone, and then it went to shit, and this is like one of the calls of them trying to fix everything, because it seems that, you know, yeah, it went really badly wrong. So that's what Cloud Palace is. I mean, obviously.
I turned my back. Next thing you know, everyone's getting groomed. I don't know what to do. Leo, help me.
So, Neko Shadows, you're up.
Okay. I think it was sometime last year, and I think it was around the time that the Crimson shit was going on, and he told me he was being very uncomfortable, and then he told me that he was, I can't remember if he said he was friends with me, but he definitely told me that he was still in contact with me. No.
Okay, I think we've got enough set up, and this is long. Can we jump ahead to, like,
please.
You understand me?
Perfect jump ahead time. Okay, we'll jump back a little bit.
Yeah. You understand me.
I will explain in detail. So, how do I put this in a way that you might understand? How do house robberies usually start, do you know?
No.
By casing the place. Being inconspicuous. Sometimes it'll be the person whose house they're going to hit is on the porch, and a lady who looks like she's pregnant comes up and starts chatting out, and it gets into conversation about how big the house is, how much was it, how many rooms you got there, and what that is a subtle way to case the house. And then later on, people break in. We are dealing with somebody. Yes, Nebula, we are dealing with somebody who is actively, happily friends with a child predator. For all you know, they're casing the place. Because I don't buy for a second that they're trying to help the person, and we'll get into that shortly, trust me.
I don't either.
So the point is, while I can
Someone needs to animate
100%
this.
understand...
Oh, could you fucking... Oh my god. We've got AI, Matt.
Yeah.
We've got AI. Someone needs to animate the Senate calls.
It needs to be like an interrogation room. Leo needs to be like a lion with a cigarette in his mouth, being like, "Do you know what happened with house robberies? What's the first thing? What's the first thing with house robberies? Don't you understand that they're casing the place? They want to look conspicuous, okay? And so they're looking conspicuous. That way they can find the house and they can rob it. So what you gotta do is your vagina needs to be like a locked up house. You gotta make sure that it can't be groomed."
Respecting a victim's wishes in so many places, in so many ways. You, as a functional human being, with at least some moral compunction, should have recognized that you don't let the devil in, and you don't let demons in either. Because one always leads to the other. So, you let this person run amok. You don't know who else they may have
What the fuck are you talking about?
Before getting them around V. You actively let, using a victim's reasoning, somebody connected to a child predator into a server that you know has minors in it. You are an adult. You might not be as old as some of the others here, but like I said, you're old enough to vote, to smoke, to drink, to die for your country. You're old enough to recognize that you are an adult capable of making adult decisions, regardless of what other people tell you. I have had victims tell me, "I don't want this going public." And I don't make it public. I just report the thing to the police. If I have all that information, I don't need the victim to tell me that it's okay. It is my duty. What I feel it is an excuse. And you can disagree if you want, and so can everybody else. But I've been down this road before. Echo.
Yeah, boss. Yes, hello, officer. Someone in my Discord by the name of Hasbin for Life. They were groomed at the age of 17. I need you to do an investigation now, please.
It's very serious. This is I can't believe you're laughing. This is very serious business. Very serious business. Very serious. It's so serious right now, Matt. This is the most serious I think this has ever gotten. Listen to Leo's voice. That's the voice he didn't even use in court.
Xylee made a point in the chat. What'd she say? Did she retract the fucking? You fucking Xylee gets real. What the fuck's wrong? I was about to read your chat, Xylee.
Where's the retraction?
About, like, is there a link to being groomed in autism? Like, if you have autism, you're most likely to be groomed.
Oof.
It's true.
Xylee, why would you say that? Yeah, because I wrote it all fucked up. Say it again. Say it again. It's growing over there to the point where people are just saying it to fit in. Guys, I'm so cool. I got groomed. It does seem to happen a lot. I mean, this is the thing that happened with like fucking Doodle. Like when all this was going on, Doodle went into her DMs, and do you know what she found out? She found out she was groomed. I'm like, what do you mean you found out it's wrong? What do you mean?
Is it like the college girl who finds out she was raped because she had a conversation with her friends?
Oh God!
They convinced her. They convinced her she was raped. Meanwhile, she's just like, yeah, it was just sex that I regretted. And they're like, no, actually. No. The regret, that's a wrong R. The actual R is rape.
Well, I mean, this is, God, I was having this conversation about Xena and Poppy last night. Well, actually, it was non-consensual because Poppy thought that they were going to have a relationship afterwards. So she lied. I'm like, wait, what? Fucking what?
That's another drama that I was trying to look into that opens up 5 different doors that you have to.
It is
that opens up another 10 doors. That opens up another 15 doors.
Yeah, it's a fucking insane mess. I'm trying to find bits to like latch onto with it. I did like a lot of the Courtney and Lily Orchard stuff last night, but God, what a fucking mess. Right.
Okay. Well, like I said, I thought he was trying to help me become a better person, and I guess yes.
What are their qualifications?
Why does his voice sound like that?
Why does he sound horny?
Oh my God! Tell me what their qualifications for helping you are.
Ew! Okay.
Xylee, what are your
Hey,
qualifications?
besties. Hey, Xylee.
God.
What are you?
No.
Tell me your qualifications right now.
Oh God, shut up! Stop! Stop it! Stop it! Okay, listen.
My qualifications are I get real. Okay.
Okay, look, no, it just seems like everybody over there has been groomed, and it's almost like it's a badge of honor over there that you're a victim. Like, I'm a victim. I've been groomed, or I've been this. It's almost like a badge of honor so you can fit in with everybody else. That's exactly what it seems like.
Yeah. Yeah. It's almost like it's like, yeah, I've been to war. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen battle. I was groomed by a 35-year-old man. All right. Well, I was groomed by a 46-year-old man.
No, I mean,
like
I think
Pokemon.
these people. It's like these people are mentally ill to the point where they want more mentally ill so they can be at a higher tier level of mentally ill. It's weird.
Are you
it's like these people want to be victims.
Are you familiar with the fetishization of mental health issues from Tumblr?
No, what are you talking about?
Okay, so from this is something that develops in like in Tumblr culture. About
Wait, it's a real thing?
yeah, about maybe 10, maybe even 15 years ago, maybe not that long, but basically people started like fetishizing things like schizophrenia, depression, loads of different things. Like, so one of the things that happened was headmates. Like, you'll hear people now, like in far left circles, talk about DID, which is like having people, they got fetishized because it was like, guys, I've got Jesus in my head. Yeah, no, you do have Jesus in your head. It was literally telling people that they could develop these things, and it was seen as cool and different. And that's something that's really permeated through time in a lot of these spaces. So this is why you'll find a lot of people being like, oh, I've got depression, because everyone's got depression. Or I've got OCD or anything else, because these things have been like, it's a special thing about you.
I'm all for y'all covering this stuff because I don't mind watching it, but I swear to God, it's making me more and more ableist every day.
Let's go. That was the plan. That was the goal. Take them all out, Xylee, one by one.
I'm serious. It's just, there's no way I can cover this because I will come out of it like the biggest ableist out there. This is so dumb.
I'm gonna find you some. I'm gonna find you some of the posts, Xylee, of people saying that they have both like Satan and Jesus inside their heads, and they fight, and they're really struggling to keep them apart. I'm gonna find you those.
You know, if you really are my bestie, you will not send that to me. Thank you very much.
I think there needs to be someone needs to take a stand, and I think it needs to be my people with the physical disabilities who have to listen to all this crazy shit these people with mental disabilities on the internet have talk about. And how they are always talking about their fucking DIDs, their schizophrenia, their fucking borderline personality disorders, their autism, their spectrums. They need to be told that they're not that interesting, because it's time people like me who are, like missing a leg or
you have a leg up on the situation.
Yeah, I do have a leg up on the situation, but I always feel like these people are trying to one up me because of their different. They're like, you're missing a leg. Well, I have 4 different personalities in my brain, and one is trans, one is a brony, one is actually Mickey Mouse, and then there's me. Also, I stabbed my girlfriend 5 times when I was 18 years old.
Okay, you know what? I've had enough internet for the day. Happy Easter. Goodbye.
Easter, Master. You think she ever calls in and regrets it?
Every single time.
Oh, fuck yeah, let's go.
Here, let me cut to the quick. Susie, how old is the dirtbag?
Vigil?
Yeah.
I think Vigil is part of the 26 Club.
No,
the
he's 25.
No?
The answer
okay.
then would be none. No qualifications for this individual.
No qualifications for this.
In corrections, in psychology, in psychiatry. The idea these people have of making someone a better person is having happy little Discord calls where they affirm them and tell them, well, you're not so bad, buddy. You only groomed some kids and sexually assaulted somebody. How do you fix that? This idiot probably still leaves skid marks in their underwear because they don't know how to wipe right and they don't know how to do their own laundry. How in the name of God do you apply that as an excuse?
I think Leo's projecting.
True.
Honestly, it's not an excuse.
Do you think his wife has to help him? It's
Yeah,
like-
because he's always wearing the mask.
You know,
can't
she's
see.
like an engineer, right?
Well, that's the thing, right? A lot of these retards actually have successful jobs because they're really smart. IRL.
No,
but
his
they're
wife
socially retarded.
His wife is the engineer. Lyo's like, I don't know what the fuck Lyo does. But yeah, she's like apparently really smart, quite successful. So the theory I've heard, I don't want to like go too far into it because she just seems to hate this shit, is that they're very Christian. So this is why she puts up with it. I genuinely feel for this woman.
Yeah, but Lyo's like, yeah, but she's not hopeless peaches. She's not as smart as Peaches. That's him sniffing Peaches' panties.
Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, with the size of Peaches, they'd fit over the lion mask, let's be fair.
Yeah.
It was convenient, wasn't it?
I guess.
I'm gonna hit a little low here.
Wait.
And what I said to Heat and
Beckett.
Susie, definitely.
Someone in the chat said, Beckett, tell Matt about the shotgun attempt on Senate call.
Right. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I think... Okay, so there was... Lyo brings this up, but there was a call in Senate Lyo referenced in his script that Jay would know about, where somebody was apparently sat in Senate with a shotgun, prepared to off themselves.
Like, were they on camera, or did they just say they had a shotgun?
Don't know. Can't find the call. And again, like, even by my standards, and for fucking optical reasons, maybe I don't want it. But like, yeah, like the shit that's happened in the server is fucking insane. I just
if I were there, I would have encouraged it.
Hey, Beavers. Hey, Beavers. How you doing, buddy?
Do it, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, like that time I was trying to get that one guy to drink his own piss.
Did it work?
I don't think so. I don't think he did it.
He says that Matt intervened and stopped me. He's a fucking spoil sport. He was like, Beavers, don't do that. It's gonna come back to get you.
It's gonna come back to get you.
Yeah, we're gonna have the Senate. Look what happened to Leo.
I don't think Beavers is even this big a bully as Lyo. It's just not the same level. I'm sorry.
I'm like fucking Jiminy Cricket. I'm like, Beavers, let your conscience be your guide. Don't let the man drink
Don't
piss.
tweet that out. Don't tweet that out, Beavers. Don't make
tell
the
the drug addict. Don't tell the drug addict to drink the pee that he peed in the cup with. Please don't do that.
It would be a really, really bad idea if you contacted that person, Beavers. Stay on the right path, Beavers.
Xylee says, I think we need our own version of the Senate. That's a great point. That's what I'm going to try to do eventually. I will make my own Senate in this Discord server. We will have our own Senate call. And I want the old Senate to join us. People from the old Senate. I want Leo Convoy, Hopeless Peaches, all of them, all the fucking retards, just to come in and say hello and talk about their interactions with the Senate. I want to have that happen. Caddenway with a $4.99. Y'all, the theory is that because they're Christian, they did no prenups, so Leo would probably rake the wife in divorce court anyways.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah, I can see that. The one person actually who kind of has caught my attention a bit is, I think it's Zach, Lyo's little capo. Like, they've been tweeting a lot on Twitter, like, Leo's been interacting with them, and some of the shit out of them's been fucking wild. Like, it's so weird. So, yeah, I'd love to get that person in a call. Like, unironically. I don't think they'd ever get in a call with me, but, like, oh, fuck, that'd be hilarious. Fuck. Twink Secretary True.
Definitely if you think I'm going too far. But I do not want to hear dick about your spat with the purple hair cat person when this is the stunts you pull. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That person's a special breed of stupid and malicious. But they didn't go after kids, and they weren't friends with somebody who went after kids, while somebody like you and other people here looked the other way or tried to find reasons for why they shouldn't tell people. I'm done speaking to you currently. Tippy, you're next.
Uh,
And I
is-
want to be very clear real quick before we start.
Ah,
Like I said, I'm not
Ah, here we go. Leo Convoy's gonna yell at me.
Oh, I thought he was all out of gas. No.
He will talk to me. I want to be very clear about a couple things here. I'm going to hit a little mean. You're not my princess.
Wait.
You don't hold a special place in my hierarchy.
Before I
You're
forget
dumb
this.
enough to raise your voice at me.
Before I forget this, Becca.
Yeah.
That's quick. Okay, before I forget this, Matthew, we need to commission one of our artists. I had a great idea for a comedy skit that's going to get millions of views.
What's that?
Right? So what it is our main protagonist of the story is trying to make friends, right?
Yeah.
And no matter where they go, the punchline of the story is that they always end up being friends with a pedophile. So, like, we send them to furry conventions, neo-Nazi rallies, everything under the sun, right? And they always end up with a pedophile every single time.
It's like it's basically trying to bring back like Murdoch, basically. Jesus Christ.
Hey, have you guys met Gerald? He's on the sex offender registry. It sounds pretty cool.
And he's like, the sex offender registry means he's a pedophile.
Oh! Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, well, that makes a lot of sense now.
How did you meet him? Oh, he just came to my door and told me he was on the registry. I thought it was like a voting thing.
Hey, guys, guess what? Guys? I joined this new club. They do meetings every Friday. They're called NAMBLA.
He has the leaflet. He's like, you guys should really come. They seem cool. They really listen to us. They don't treat us like the other adults.
Yeah.
There's a few that just keep staring at me for the whole time, but yeah, it's a little awkward, but it's not that big of a deal. They're very nice. They're really nice people.
They're really friendly. They keep asking me to come over to their houses after meetings.
Yeah, they keep asking me for pictures of my underwear for some reason. I don't know why.
Trippy Savage was the 5. Down with the Senate. The time of the commentary Congress is now. Good one.
I'm a lot louder and a lot meaner than you. I am not here to hear about I'm already beating myself up. Do you understand me?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Continue, please.
So, I remember Vigil saying the exact same thing as they said to Nekos and Mav. In my case, though, I was trying to get Vigil away from V, as I did not approve of that, and I was just telling him time and time again to not be friends with V. And
cool. That's all well and good. How long was that?
Cool story, bro.
Pilana full with the 11.99. Who the fuck is sex and how do I offend them? Good one.
Oh, you trying to help them. How long did that take?
2 years.
2 years.
I was worried about Vigil because
I'm not. And you shouldn't be either. Go ahead, Heaton. I saw you unmute. Go ahead.
You knew for 2 years?
2 years?
For 2 years, you knew and you sat on this.
I didn't sit on it.
You absolutely sat on it. Telling us would have been not sitting on it, Tippy.
All right.
So what are your qualifications, Tippy?
None.
That's what I thought. So in 2 years, you're trying to get Vigil away from V Omega. You fail every single time, and you just think to keep doing it? You just like being around Vigil, didn't you?
Hold on.
No, I don't.
I'm assuming, right? I'm assuming that V Omega is the groomer.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. In what world do you ask somebody for their qualifications to get somebody away from a groomer? What, Mr. Liar, would you like them to go study at a university to get them away from a groomer? Is there a course?
I majored in pedophile hunting and I minored in touching kids. Wait, no.
It's really about seeing the full spectrum, guys. Gotta understand your enemy.
What the fuck are Lyo's qualifications for this? Like, what's his?
What I
mean? Like, oh, these fucking people.
Well, what you don't know is Leo Convoy walked into a NAMBLA meeting wearing one of those spinny hats and eating a lollipop.
I'm just a 12-year-old, guys. Don't mind me. I'm just here for the NAMBLA meeting.
Lyo should get a job with like what's like a big cable company in America, like
I don't know. I don't know.
What do
no
you
one
mean
has
don't
cable
know?
anymore.
solve this problem.
What?
What?
What'd you say?
I just lagged the fuck out. Lagged the fuck out, bro.
Okay.
No, I was saying Lyo should get a job with like Spectrum or something, like a big cable provider in the States, and then that would be his qualification. He just wrote.
Oh, you're fucking. Oh, you're definitely lagging.
And he's like, "No more grooming. I'm cutting off your internet." He cuts the wire and he just drives off. That's his qualification. My bad.
All right, let's keep watching.
That was fun. I'm gonna go watch Peaky
Don't tell
Blinders.
me that you didn't.
No worries, Beaver. Have a good one, buddy.
I cared about him to where I didn't want him to get hurt.
No, I'm gonna take this one. Yeah, you know what, Tibby? I don't like it when people get hurt either. He was involving minors in this. Okay.
I didn't knew about this.
You didn't need to know. You didn't need to know. You didn't want Vigil to get hurt, but Vigil is out here associating with V, putting God knows who else in danger, telling God knows who else. And like, this is the thing about this that blows my mind, that's pissing me off, that got me so fucking mad in the Cloud Palace server the other night,
Miss Piggy.
is that none of you, not a single one
Sounds
of
like
you,
Miss Piggy?
has any concept of how fucking bad this could have been. You
I can't
What'd you
unhear
say,
it now.
Beavis? Miss Piggy?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Okay.
Yeah, she sounds like Miss Piggy. Miss Piggy giving a PSA.
Well, it's like I was gonna say that like almost every one of these people have like the same voice. Like there's like 5 different voices, and it's all default. So like everyone in this community has like a similar voice.
True.
There's
True.
a bunch of Miss Piggies.
You don't know what he was. What you don't know why he was telling those kids not to tell them. Like Mario said, he could have been casing the joint.
Kermit! Kermit, why'd you groom?
That sounds like Marge.
Yeah, I don't know how to do a Miss Piggy. I just realized I could do it. I just accidentally did Marge Simpson.
Those kids could have ended up in contact with V at any point, and you could have put a stop to that 2 years ago.
I understand, and to that I
gonna-
apologize. There's no excuses.
Tippy, are you familiar with any scripture by any chance?
Have you found God? We're gonna sit down and go through Job and teach you some fucking lessons.
No.
Then let me impart to you something from it. Do not give to dogs what is sacred. Do not throw your pearls to swine. If you do, they may trample them under feet and turn and tear you to pieces. The Sparks notes of that is don't give help to people who reject it. After the first month, you should have wised up. Tippy, you were 24 when that started. Excuse us, Jace.
No, Jace is fine. They're an admin. They're just in here to listen.
My apologies. Anyways, you were 24 when that started. You are 26 now. And you thought you could help this person? How many people you've gotten away from dangerous people? You got a tally for me?
I have none except for Vigil.
So let me be. Then it's none, because it's not even Vigil. You couldn't even get Vigil away from them.
Yeah, Vigil chose him over us.
So let me be clear here. I have been in this for 5 years. 5 years! Dealing with child predators and monsters. I struggle with getting people away from them. And I got a lot more teeth than you.
Yeah, Key, we'll come back to you later.
What the fuck is that voice?
That's his angry voice, man. He's angry. He's
I'm talking about the
emoting.
person that's like, that guy's an admin.
Yeah, oh, that's Doodle Tones. That's Doodle Tones.
Oh.
That's with her fucking weird voice changer thing that she's used for years
Oh.
that makes her sound like she's reaching inside of your skull and trying to pull bits of your brain out to put inside her diapers.
What the fuck?
Oh, Doodles is on the list. Like, oh, fucking... Yeah, they are a whole fucking kettle of disgusting fish. Because, like, the accusation against them was they were diaper role-playing with minors.
Oh, okay.
And their excuse for this was that they were groomed into it. And that's not true. They'd been doing this... They were into all the fetish stuff actually before this grooming apparently occurred. So, yeah, this is just who Doodles is.
Gotcha.
Sorry, Key.
Key unmute.
Key, I need you to leave.
Oh, Key can't unmute.
Key unmute. Say one
Alright.
thing. I want to be very clear.
Okay.
Key, you're gonna have to hop out and hop back in.
Because I've got a
Alright.
discussion. I have a discussion with Key later.
Cool. Key,
Yes.
are you paying attention to me right now?
Yes.
I don't want to hear any white knight nonsense from you in this call. Do you understand me?
Understood.
Mute yourself until Susie is ready to address you. Thank you. My point was...
Understood.
You will be silent. Fucking... okay, to anyone, if anyone is listening back to this who was involved in this shit show, this is the person you were taking orders from. Like earlier on, Matt was like, Smaggle would use slurs at a judge. If you have lower standards of self-respect than Smaggle, I don't know what to tell you. I think you need to, like, take a long, hard fucking look at yourself.
Xylee, I've never said anything remotely like that to anyone in a VC. I've never been like, you will be quiet. You understand me? Never done anything like that.
Yeah, that's true. He sends us voice messages like that, though.
Yeah, I suicide bait my co-host all the time.
aggrandizement because it is a miserable job that I do not recommend to anybody unless you have a really, really tough constitution, or, like me, you're dumb enough to keep damaging yourself because you can't stand this type of stuff. Your responsibility, the responsibility of everyone here that was failed, was communication about what's right. How do adults fail like this? I don't get it. And you know what? I don't know who all was in this call, but we literally just had a call with Ephraim about a week or so ago where I went very clear about the stance on predators and how to address them and what constitutes as one, and you were in that call, Tippy!
Tippy, why?
You should know better. I don't think any of these people are equipped to... all these people need carers. Every single last one of them, including fucking Lio, like, just court-mandated, assigned. These people are not ready for the adult world. I'm sorry. I don't know whether it's the effects of the lockdown. I don't know if it's the effects of just being insulated on the internet, but some of y'all need to, like, I don't know, seek professional help. Holy fucking shit.
They belong in a cage.
These people make me want to support global fascism.
Do you think that's what it is? It's all a psyop to turn people right wing.
Yeah. Most definitely.
And yeah, I'm yelling.
It's
What
fine.
your actions, everyone's actions could have done is cause an entire deluge of problems. And we might still have them. And then we have Susie here, who has to deal with enough crap every single goddamn day, from her health to her family to random weirdos on the internet, and you guys all fail her like this? Well, except maybe Dawsmick? What in the world is wrong with you people? Does the internet really just dull everybody like this? Does it make you all think that these type of actions are just oops? Well, maybe he can be better. He can be a better person. You want to know how V becomes a better person? By turning himself into a statistic tonight. Hopefully, in a manner that does not cause other people to have to clean up. I recommend a crocodile farm. Cure cleanup.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Does it? I mean, it's full anime villain speech, isn't it?
Just note to self. Note to self. If you ever find out where Lio lives, Check all nearby crocodile farms. It's a very specific thing to go to. I would have gone with piggery.
So would I, weirdly. It's like, that's the obvious one. Like, just, I don't know, put them to the
See,
face.
that's why the crocodile farm's a bit too specific. It's a bit too on the nose.
Yeah.
Right there, they'll get rid of him real quick. Unacceptable behavior. Every single one of you. And because you're adults, you're darn right. I may not know any of you, but I sure would have expected better. Embarrassing.
The thing about this that fucking infuriates me more than like, and Lio has no context for this, but Susie and I do, is all of you for 2 years you sat in a chat full of his victims, people you have had to soothe and people you have had to help and bring through this, and you knew that there was somebody in our group watching them talk about this man who hurt them, and you knew that he was sitting there listening to them and going back to the man who hurt them.
The truth of the matter is, V's not scared of you guys. V isn't scared of Doll, not scared of Mav, not scared of Nico, not scared of Tippy, because now he definitely knows you'll keep a secret. Here's what I can promise you has happened. I can promise you, the vid dork, the pedophile defender, because that's what he is. I can promise you that he sent screencasts of everything all of you have ever said about V to him. I can promise you that. And now it's starting to make sense why that dirtbag thought he could show up under a pseudonym last year before he got in call with me. And I want to be clear here, because I don't know how many people may listen to the call. I think Susie uploaded the whole thing, but I flat out told him if he shows up again, I'm going to do what people keep saying I'm actually doing, which I'm not. I am going to dox him. I am going to let people know who he is, what he's done, and where he lives, because I hate him that much. And he never hurt me. He hurt children.
Oh.
Jesus.
God, this dude just really says the quiet part out loud every fucking time.
But no, but it's also he's a fucking idiot, bro. Because if he has doxing people bad, right? Doxing people bad. But if he has the if he knows that this person is a predator, right? He knows it in his heart of hearts, he knows it, right? And he also has the then sitting there and just being like, oh well, if he keeps fucking around, I'm gonna send his information to the police. He can diddle a few more kids before then. But if it comes across my desk again, it's gonna be a real problem. Well, what the fuck's coming out of his mouth?
It's because he's not even talking about sending it to the police, Beavers. He's talking about making it public to the community, which is just fucking wild. Yeah, if you've got good evidence on somebody, send it to the fucking police. You freak. Like,
yeah.
Law enforcement knows who I am. I bet they fucking do, buddy.
And he hurt people that I care about. That.
Oh my god! Can you imagine that backfiring on him?
What do you mean?
The FBI does like this massive investigation into predators online, right? And they got the headshots and everything, and they've got a little board, and they're drawing the connections, and it all just goes back to Lio at the top because he keeps on talking to them.
Oh yeah, it's like there's this one guy who's just in correspondence with all these pedophiles. It's so weird.
Well, it actually hasn't this happened. I believe this has happened to predator hunters where they've got arrested because they were in possession of child pornography. Because they're like, it's part of an investigation. They're like, yeah, you're not a police officer. It's still illegal. You're still going to prison. Like, what did you think was going to happen? Fucking idiots. Well, I'm here to save the children. Looks like you just in possession of a load of fucking illegal material, mate. I don't know what to tell you.
Had the history with all these people. I don't need to have basic human compassion and empathy. And not playing pretend that I'm a magical internet therapist that can walk someone away from a predator. It's hard enough when it's one of their victims. And now people are making excuses for their friends. If I find, and actually Heaton can contest it, if I find anybody in Senate that is friends with a predator, they're gone. Gone! Immediately. Sometimes we might bring them in call and rip their faces off. Either way, they're gone. Gone, gone, gone. Now, I know Tippy sat on
All
it
right,
for 2
so
years.
pause. All right, so I've been sent a screenshot from like an hour ago when we were covering the court case.
Oh yeah.
There's I guess Leo's been talking in the Discord. There's someone saying Buttons has zero credibility. Leo Convoy says, fun fact, the judge said we weren't supposed to publicly talk about each other. Then someone says, guess someone should remind them. And then Leo Convoy says, Sarah has the clip. She should always throw it up on Twitter, lol. And then Queen says, when I get home, I'll make a fun post. Will be a while. Hilarious that no one wants anything to do with him. I don't know if this is. I think this might be. There might be talking about this because of our stream, from what I've been told.
Wait, is this now?
Yeah, this is happening like right now.
I mean, it's an interesting one. I don't know whether... So a lot of people seem to be coming out of the woodwork, because I've seen that, like, Coyote Lovely posted. So I don't know whether, like, Button has come back and done the, like, victory lap thing. As I said, like, I'll be honest, I don't know the Buttons drama. I don't have any fucking context for it. Could have been fully justified, but it doesn't change the fact that throwing up a fucking court call onto a video, and a court call no less, in which you play a fucking Discord call, is incredibly fucking cringy. Also, Lio, if people are watching this, don't you have a response to be writing, buddy? You're being called an abuser by Peaches, and while many people don't believe that, maybe get the fucking response out, bro. It's been like a couple of weeks now. Come on, get your shit together. We want to hear you roar.
Wanna hear you roar.
Everyone's just like, hi, Lio.
About the rest of you, how long did you sit on it?
Like I said, April of last year. I said that earlier.
Oh, sorry. Like I said, I told people as early as this year.
Echo?
I think it was sometime last year, I think around August.
You know what really chaps me about all of this? With the exception of maybe Dawsmick, if what he is saying is true. If every single one of you would still have been quiet if you didn't get tattled on. There are no points awarded, no thanks given for addressing it after you've been outed. After your dirty laundry has been flying on the flagpole, you don't take it down and clean it, and then expect people to act like it's always been clean. That's the biggest problem here. But you know what? Susie here, she doesn't ask for much, I don't think. A little trust be nice. Now, whether or not Susie or Heaton or anyone else wants to take the work of trying to rebuild that trust is up to them. And to make it clear, I will pass no judgment on them for whatever they choose. That is their right, and I cannot and will not interfere. But to me, I think all of you need to operate in reality. I don't want to see dick from any of you about your opinions on things, what you think someone's been wrong about, any of that, for a good long time. And since I know he's such a punching bag issue here, for lack of a better term, because I think he's due criticism, as even I am, if I see any of you getting up in arms about some stupid take Jar does when you pull stunts like this behind the scenes, shut it!
Do you think they're flinching every time he screams?
Yes, I do. I absolutely believe that. They're just... Because to them, it's not cringy. To them, this is like the most serious situation they could ever be in. They're being screamed at by the Lio Convoy.
Yeah.
The alpha. The daddy of the server. Dad's mad, guys. Yeah, of course they are. Because these people have like no... Like, a lot of them are really nervous people. They've got a lot of anxiety. They don't have a lot of social experience. Yeah, they're fucking terrified. Of course they are.
Right. Yeah.
Which is the worst part about this. I've said this multiple times. Don't get bullied by the fucking chess club. Okay?
Do you want to move on to another call? I don't like. Is this probably more of this, right? Just
this is probably more than this. Okay. So, Okay, because we've got like 50 minutes before I have to run away and do something else. I want to show you this.
Okay.
Because it's 35 minutes. Okay, so I want to show you where a lot of this fucking began. Now this,
I think I've seen this before. Have you
seen this
This
before?
was featured on a. No, I haven't seen the whole call, but I think this might have been featured in like back when me and Beavers first covered Leo Convoy. I could have sworn I watched a video that featured something like this.
Oh, so yeah, it was probably referenced. This is the Toon Critic call. So I just think this is fucking incredible. I think I might have actually shown this to you already. Have I shown this to you already? Have I reached that point? Okay.
No.
So with Toon Critic specifically, basically he groomed a 14-year-old. But we'll jump ahead to a couple of bits because I think it's kind of interesting.
Wait a minute. Hello?
Hey, Zach.
Hey, Zach. Okay, what's going on here? Like, can anyone tell me what's going on?
Okay.
Yes.
So,
British.
do you want me to begin?
Yeah, you get to begin.
Okay, so Toon, we're going to preface all of this with you're in trouble. And this is going to be, a group talk so that we can discuss what we think you need to do and give you a chance to defend yourself. Essentially, we know everything that you've been doing with Pastel over the last year since November of 2016.
Okay.
We know that we have a lot of solid evidence and concrete proof that you are, or at least what you have done, is pedophilia. You have asked for photos of her in nothing but a leather jacket and panties. You have sent her pictures of your crotch only covered in boxes. You've sent her porn. You've done a lot of bad things, Zach. And a lot of people are hurt by it, most definitely. Whether or not you
Beavers,
feel
pause.
That
I think so Beavers brought up Leo Convoy like a year ago, right? And I think he featured this call in one of his videos because I remember seeing parts of this call before.
So that doesn't surprise me because so much of it goes back to her. But there's a point in this where, which I think is really fascinating because it shows the psychology of these fucking people. We'll jump ahead a bit. So basically, they go through this whole thing. Everyone in the call except for British Ninja is basically trying to be really kid gloves. British is just like, you're a pedophile. Fuck you.
Yeah.
But Toon Critic, who's this person, their response is fascinating.
You guys are giving me the bone. I'd appreciate it if I can just... I don't want this to go public, okay?
We're not going to make this public. If you do this, we're not going to make this public, all right?
we're not going... Okay, here's the most that's going to happen. I'm not going to go public. This is what we just discussed earlier, Josh. This will get out eventually. I'm not going to lie.
Probably.
Through some,
Yeah.
we won't go...
We don't know that. We don't know that for sure, but we are prepared for the possibility.
Yes. For the possibility that this gets out somehow, Zach, we will release at least some kind... Or if people ask us about
this
this,
could
we're just
destroy
gonna tell.
my career here, guys.
This bit. I just love this.
Yeah.
They're calling him a pedophile. He's groomed a 14-year-old. But guys, what about my YouTube career? What are people going to think of me? How will I cope? And everyone... I just love this response.
Sorry, Toon, but you should have thought of that before you started
Zach,
sexting
what about...
a 14-year-old girl.
Yeah, really.
What about
isn't
everyone
going
else's
to
careers, Zach?
destroy your career. You
I don't-
destroyed your career.
I don't give a rat's ass about your fucking career on YouTube, Zach. I care about...
I just wanted to show you that. He kept trying to come back. Okay, cool.
Was Leo Convoy around during this time?
Okay, so yes, from what I can tell, Lio was part of. I believe this was part of the. This is before the barrel because I was still on Skype, but Lio was part of that community at the time, I believe, because
Right.
So Queen has known Lio for like 7 years. They've all met up at VidCon together. There's actually a picture of Vidya, who's like one of the other groomers, wearing like a red top hat. Now that red top hat is Toon Critics. And I joked that it's like, oh, when he was caught, he like took the top hat off and handed it to Vidya. Go forward and groom more children in my stead,
like
my child.
It's like a pedophilic totem. Right?
Yeah.
Whoever wears the cap becomes the pedophile. It's a curse.
Oh fuck. Yeah, I think that's the main one. Go on.
If I ever ended up in a VC with people with these profile pictures, I'm gonna be that guy with the shotgun. I don't. Also, which one is the just for my reference? Which profile picture is the one that was just straight up calling him a pedo?
I don't know. I can't remember.
I like to believe that it's the one that's the crocodile. I like to believe that the rest of them are just fucking weirdos, bro.
Yeah.
They're just fucking weirdos, man.
Oh fucking hell. Yeah, okay. That's most of the stuff I have prepped, I'll be honest, at the moment.
Well, you had the drive, right? There was one video that Tumbleweed recommended.
Okay.
Tumbleweed, do you remember the video that you recommended that we should watch? It was like 10 minutes long. Also, someone wanted to call in named Enla. Do you know an Enla?
Yeah, I know Enla. Enla's
Are they part of this?
Yeah, so Enla is one of the people who's been like covering a lot of this stuff. They're pretty based.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, they're buddies with Kumo.
They're welcome
Not
to call in
Akuma.
too.
Kumo.
Yeah, Enla, if you're still watching, join the waiting room. We'll put you in.
Yeah, put the link in the chat. Where's the Senate? There they are. Boom. Let's see. Do. Tumbleweed, if you can DM me which call you were talking about, I'm trying to remember. 10-minute call in the Google Doc, second on the list. Should be it.
Okay.
Also, I just want to add that none of these people can be trusted. How does all of this stuff end up leaking? Why? Everything gets recorded in these communities. It's so weird, bro. They're all snakes. I mean, fair enough what they're covering, but like, it's just all the time, bro. They're always recording each other. It's so weird.
Okay, let me get this up on stream.
Yeah. Also, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to donate, we'll read your donation out loud. You can also become a member. You can become Bad with Money or a Bieber lover, or the cheaper one, the $4.99 one, is the Stumpy. Those get rewards for becoming a member. I'll read them all out in a little bit.
Try this stream. Sorry, I had to download it.
No, you're good.
Okay, cool. You're ready?
Yeah, was there a hot hands call between Leo and the mother of Falconic Chaos, aka Bloodlord?
Interesting.
All right.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to disturb you. I understand why you'd be irritated. I'm not a debt collector. I'm not a spam caller. My name is Thomas. Is this?
I don't know. What can I do for you?
Well, if this is, I'm calling you to inform you about the actions of, I believe, your son. He's been doing some pretty horrendous things online, and I'd rather talk to the parent than have to
This is his mom. What's going on, dear?
Well, your son has apparently taken some enjoyment on going online, defending people who molest children and animals, and not accusing the threat.
Hello, ma'am. Yeah, I just want to talk to you about your child. He's been defending the pedophiles, and we just want to make you aware. And his takes on bestiality are truly concerning to many in our small community.
Jesus.
I need to rape one of my kids.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, what the fuck? Hold on. It fucking would go back.
Has apparently taken some enjoyment on going online, defending people who molest children and animals, and not accusing, but threatening to rape one of my kids.
What?
Gavin? There's a Thomas on the phone says you're trying to rape some people. Gavin, we talked about this.
Yes, ma'am.
You know what? I just got home. I'm on the way in the house right now, and we're gonna get to the bottom. I'm so sorry.
It's all right. I understand. Most parents don't know what their kids are doing online. I know he's on the spectrum, but he's been doing this for a while now, and I think it's better you find out than have the cops knock at your door, because that's the other option I have available, and I don't want to pursue it.
I don't blame you. Yeah, go get my stuff out the car.
Oh my god.
I want you to explain to me why this man is trying to rape people on the internet.
Baby. Excuse me, ma'am. I think I need your help with this. Look, I have a gentleman on the phone. Of course, he's blocked his number because he doesn't want me to know. He says that my son is online doing inappropriate things, trying to stand up for people who rape children and stuff. And he said he is starting to rape one of his children. And he's on the phone with me. Now, you threatened to rape this man's child? You put that online that you're going to do a rape to a child? You're going to rape
Not a child! Oh my fucking god. It's firstly, I don't even know if that threat is true. I've got no fucking idea. But like Lyo's framing of this is fucking wild.
Yeah, this is one of his Discord kids, right?
Yeah. I think someone said it's Peaches.
Oh my god. Oh my fucking god.
Well, no, Mom, you see, you don't understand. That's not his real kid. It's his kid on Discord. She's like 25 years old. It's totally, no, it's not that. That's not what's happening.
Fuck God.
Anybody? Talk to me, son.
I don't know what you want me to say. I wasn't being legitimate when I said that. I was trolling.
Listen, then you can't be online because nobody understands that you don't understand the ramifications of what you just put out there because you have autism. You don't understand. This gentleman on the phone, you could go to prison, and this gentleman on the phone is so upset. He's beside himself.
He's beside himself.
Dear, I am very sorry for this incident. I was not aware
I know.
that there was anything going on online. Online privileges are going to be suspended. I assure you, he has no intentions of doing anything to anybody. I know that's probably not too comforting for you because it's coming from me and not from him.
I understand. I mean, look, the thing is, when it comes to this, I have to take these things seriously. I know that he's in.
I think it's actually just a really interesting point for chat. This is exactly what Lyo does to get rid of people he doesn't like. He pushes to get them deplatformed. Yeah, he uses any means necessary to them.
Yeah, 100%. And the fucking going on, getting this kid's... This is a kid, right? This is a minor.
I don't know. I don't know who's this call is to. I don't know anything about Phoconic Chaos. But like it says very autistic, so I mean they could be anything. But in this community, because you know people are so autistic, could be that the mother's a carer, could be that like they're an actual minor. Fucking who knows.
I live in Texas. I know it's highly unlikely for him to be able to come down here. But the point is, the person he threatened, my kid, has already had to deal with actual sexual assault from other people. And it put her into multiple panic attacks. Not only did he threaten to rape her, he made an alt account using her information on Twitter to promote that threat.
You put her stuff on Twitter to promote a threat for her being raped?
Really? I
I literally have the alt accounts here because he hasn't taken them all down. He's lying to you.
He literally has all the accounts in front of him. You haven't taken them down. He's talking about going to the police. Listen, you don't understand. The police are about to come to my door and fucking arrest you.
Listen, he told me to delete the accounts at the end, and he hacked into the accounts and swiped.
He blamed me, saying I hacked into the accounts. Ma'am, I don't know how to hack into anything. He's lying because he doesn't want to do it.
He's lying, man. Okay. Imagine getting fucking taken for a ride by Lyo Convoy. I know people's parents don't understand this and he sounds like an adult, but Lyo, I feel like you might be watching, buddy. This is really pathetic. And the fact that these have been recorded so you can show them off, motherfucker, you couldn't waterboard shit like this out of most people. This is fucking so embarrassing that you did this because you couldn't beat people in online arguments. What a fucking sped.
Besides, when I run that, I did delete them. Even when I changed the password, it said I still couldn't delete them because I had to put in the phone number, but the phone number was already used. I tried to tell him.
So you can't erase her stuff off this online thing? That's what you're telling me?
You know what's also kind of fucked up?
What's that?
Just as a side note, a lot of these, all of the calls that I've ever heard where Lyo's like screaming, the way he's talking to the parent of somebody, it's typically of a person that has significant issues, right? Like some sort of developmental delay, and so their parents are not necessarily willing to throw their kid under the bus, but they are more willing to accept that their child made an oopsie, right? Because obviously they're socially inept. And so it always ends up with the parents assuming these children are, well, they're not children. These child adults are in the wrong and then scolding them for it. Whereas, a normal parent of a normal child would assume that none of this is true. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
It's like there's this. It's really a fucked up thing to do because these parents, I assume, have always been on the back foot their entire lives because their children have been fucking up. Right. It's really.
It's like taking advantage of that, basically.
Yeah, it's a really fucked thing to do. Because like, if somebody had to contact my mother and be like, Beavers made threats to rape a woman and he made altar calls to do it on the internet, I would turn to my mother and be like, yeah, she's a bitch. I did it because it's funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's a normal adult response. I'm like, it's over the internet, mother. She lives like 6 states away
over
from
the
us.
internet, mother. Enla, if you join the waiting room,
I got it. Put the link in.
Cool. But yeah, no, I completely agree with you, Beavers. And I think one of the interesting things I said early on is like, if someone had phoned my mother with shit like this, my mother would have been like, okay, why are you, an adult man, talking to my son who's like 16, 17? Like, what the fuck is going on? And secondly, if my mum found out I was doing something like this, like trolling on the line when she was alive, she would have either called me a fucking dumbass and laughed about it, or trolled the guy herself because like Lyo was so obviously retarded. Like,
and okay, there you go.
Yeah, we got an Enla.
Enla, you're on.
Hey, hi.
Hey, how you doing?
So I think I just wanted to make kind of an editorial. Like my opinion is I don't think at this point with everything that's going on, I don't think Leo's going to make a statement. I don't think he's going to make a video on this addressing these allegations. I honestly think he's going to lay low, go back to making toys and shorts on his YouTube channel and complaining in his Discord. I don't think he's going to make a statement. Honestly.
Why?
Yeah.
Because that's what he's been doing for the past month, and he'll keep, dangling, the carrot, being like, I'm working on it. But like, just evidence has constantly pointed to, no, he's not working on it. A lot of his shorts that he's put out for Miku month in March have been like all pre-scheduled according to him. And so he's had plenty of time to work on his response. And I think at this point he knows that he doesn't have a response here that can possibly make him look better in this situation. And so I think he's going with the robot strategy of chess, is where it's like, if you know you can't win, you just choose not to play at all. I think he's doing here.
Is it true that he said he's quit pedo hunting or something? Like I heard somewhere that he said
so. Yeah, there have been statements that he might quit pedo hunting. There have been statements like that in the Senate and in, I think, Queen Seraphina's Discord server, where Leo may not be doing predator hunting anymore. But it's a bit wish-washy on that, whether that's like a fact or not.
You hear that, Beavers? You're in the clear, buddy. No, I'm kidding.
But my reign of tyranny continues. By the way, children, join the now recording Discord.
I just think he's. I should be used to it by now, but I feel like it's maddening, like listening to that Cloud Palace call, because I've never heard it in full because I can only take so much. But like him saying shit like you can't take accountability after you're being called out. It means nothing. But like that's exactly what Peaches did for the FCK stuff. With more information unfolding, like now there's reasons to believe that there were 12-year-olds and 13-year-olds in the server as well, that were also being groomed, and it's just a mess that he would say that to somebody else and also be like, what are your qualifications when he has none? He was basically a predator hunter as a hobbyist.
Yeah.
And
hobbyist
then,
predator hunt.
Yeah, basically.
What do you do for fun? Oh, I hunt pedophiles.
Basically, yeah.
But okay, so I'd say this. I think I can see your perspective completely. But I suppose my take would be I think a lot depends on what happens with Peaches. Because while Leo hasn't responded, he was clearly writing a script on Jay, Jordan, and Patches because I fucking read it.
Yes, I remember that, yeah.
But the question is whether he wants to throw punches back at Peaches after everything she's done to him. Because I don't...
Apparently he does have a lot to say about Peaches, according to himself. Gilded Pooh and I are wondering whether he's going to start casting doubt on their grooming story now that they, disavowed him, basically.
Well, so this is what I'm expecting. This is what I'm expecting as a response. Like, I don't mean a response to the allegations. I think what Leo's preparing or going to do, and I don't think he's the only one, is a Peaches takedown. Because from what I can see unfolding, the whole I'm leaving the Senate, I was abused, Leo's an abuser, all this shit from not just Peaches but from other people, backfired horrifically on the people who went over to the Supreme Court. And I think that's probably what's going to come next. And then it will be...
I think he doesn't have a response that could possibly salvage his reputation at this point. And so his only other option is to pull the mini lad strategy of just pretending there is no issue and just going about like nothing's wrong, or going scorched earth and trying to take as many people down with him.
I think both... what he's gonna do, right? If I were Lio, okay, and I'm thinking like Lio. If I were Lio, I'm just gonna start flinging shit at people because it doesn't really. I mean, it's nice to have his, his big Senate with his, I don't know how many fans he had, hundreds of rabid fans ready to go at people, right? But for a guy like Lio, he'd be okay with 20 or 30, right? And so all he has to do is make a video slinging shit at the people that have called him out for things or said bad things about him. And then the diehard idiots are going to eat that up and they're going to go back to him.
Also, plenty of people hate Peaches and he knows it. What was interesting about Peaches' response was the calls that Peaches put out. I said this at the time listening to them. That is the most sympathetic I've ever heard anyone sound towards Lio through all of this, because it's so obvious that Peaches manipulates this guy. I mean, my take through all of this has been that the one pulling the strings is Peaches, not Lio. And I think that, that's almost like his only path to at least, I don't know, vengeance or a slight bit of sympathy is to burn Peaches. And Peaches knew this. That's why she tried to burn him. That's why she threw him under a fucking bus. Sorry, he threw him under a bus.
So you think it's projection from Peaches' point in the sense that Peaches was the one manipulating, but in her call out to Leo, she said that Leo was the one manipulating her.
It was
Like age regression.
It was to save Peaches wanted to save themselves. That's all it was. Like all this, like that's why Peaches had to use the Jibs call as an example of Lio being abusive, because there is no that if there was an example of Lio being abusive towards Peaches in a call, in a message, anywhere, we would have seen it. And that I promise you, because this is a community that records everything. That evidence doesn't exist, and that it gives me like a decent amount of surety that's because it's never occurred. Peaches is lying, and Lio also knows that Peaches is lying. Why protect her? They fucked him over. Fuck, if I was Lio, I'd go for the throat.
I think if he is going to make a response, it's probably both of these things, but it's probably going to be one, throwing Peaches into the dirt. And because he probably has a lot of shit on Peaches that's racked up over the last year and a half. And two, he's probably going to debunk all of the allegations that nobody was making, like all of the strawmanned one or the ones that were made up through internet telephone, or the ones like levied at him through the peanut gallery, but none of the actual allegations that people in this discourse are actually levying against him. I think he's going to go after like the low-hanging fruit, if anything, because that's what he does all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But anyway, I just wanted to give. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Emma, how far do you go back with the Senate thing? Were you a part of this, or are you just?
No,
like,
not
an
at
outsider?
all. I had nothing to do with this at all.
Okay. I was just wondering.
Leo will say that the only reason I involved myself is because they called out people I was a fan of, which is not what happened. I mean, they did call out people I was a fan of, but I wasn't upset at the fact that they were calling them out. I was upset that they were obscuring and like misinforming people and taking evidence and like twisting it on its head. And I was not happy with the way that they were portraying the evidence. And before that, I had no idea who these guys were. But as I started to meet more people that have been affected by these guys, I had no idea how deep this rabbit hole went. I had no idea what the Senate was. I had no idea like that Leo like played such a big. I thought he was just a friend of Peaches that collabed in her videos sometimes. Like, but as I started to meet people like Kumo and Vlad and other people, it's just like, holy shit! I had no idea what I was getting into, but it's too interesting to back out now.
Yeah. Fair. It's a lot. That's what I'll say. It's a lot to take in.
True.
I still don't understand a lot of this shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of aspects that I don't know anything about, like Coyote Lovely, like Carmen Ryder, like all the Toon Critic stuff, like a lot of the stuff that like maybe pre-2022 I don't know a whole lot about. Mm-hmm. That's more of like Vlad Gilded Pooh's area. And then obviously Kumo has his grievances. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't really have a horse in the race, to be honest. Like, all they've done to me is, like, kind of shit-talk me and make up shit about me here and there, but nothing too egregious. Okay. I think they tried to call me unhinged because I wrote Kumo's name on my arm with ketchup and posted it on Twitter.
Oh, like as a joke because of the cutting thing? Good one. I thought you were about to say, because I cut my name with my arm. No. I'm like, you're her? No.
No.
Cool.
All right. Well, go ahead, Beckett.
No. It's just good. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, appreciate calling in. No problem. If you have anything else to add in future episodes, don't be afraid to call in and speak your opinion.
All right. Thank you.
Yep.
See ya.
Nice.
Later. All right, based. All right. How much time you got left, Beckett?
It's like 5 minutes left to this call, and then that's probably enough, and then that gives me time to get ready for my stuff as well.
Okay. Cool. All right. There's more Senate calls. There's a lot, right? There's
so many, and some people have been sending me stuff through this. So I didn't get a huge amount of prep time for this one, but I've got I do have a folder as well.
There will be more. Like we're gonna keep doing this, right?
Yeah.
I think that the move will be to do a stage and like react to Senate calls while we have the new Senate. By the way, get to Barry donated $5. Dylan was right. The guy's only hope is going full edgelord and making content like that, or go against Peaches, but that won't happen. And then gets buried with another 5. You ever wonder why Peaches brought up age regression from her younger recently, and not when she was gonna game from CSA and PML? Yeah. So there you go. All right, let's finish this call and then we'll end stream.
Is he look? I don't know anything about.
It's all right. It's all right.
Is what he's telling me is true?
Unlikely, because here's the communication we had back and forth after I told him to delete all the accounts. He says, "Yo, Lio, did you somehow change the passwords on the alt I made on Twitter? I keep putting in the passwords and it keeps saying they're all wrong, so I'm having trouble deleting them." And at this point, I was done with him, so I said, "I wouldn't know, and I don't care. Leave our server and piss off forever." And his response was, "Well, F you too." I don't have access to his accounts. I have one Twitter account.
All right. So a bit of advice for the retard. If you're going to make an alt account where you threaten to rape somebody, don't go to somebody that person knows and ask them if they changed the password to said alt account. That's a big one. That's a big brain thing to remember.
Did you change the passwords to my old account where I was like threatening Peaches? That would be like really mean of you. Did you hack me, bro?
I don't know what's happened.
I can tell you. I can tell you what happened.
Can you tell me what happened here?
I would be happy to. A few months ago, your son got in contact with a friend of mine whose online name is Misanthropony. And out of nowhere,
at that point, I'd hang up.
Video.
Yeah, I'd just be like, yeah, maybe you're all fucking retarded.
Telling this man to kill himself for 10 minutes straight.
10-minute video to tell a man to kill himself? Oh my God! You are not getting online! Oh my God, this is so upsetting.
I know it is, and that's why I prefer to talk to the parent, because I don't want to have to call the cops. I don't.
Why would you? Okay. He told some dude on the internet to off himself and said he was going to rape some girl that he has no personal access to. Why is this? Why does this warrant a call to anybody?
Well, because this person's parents, like, it's going to be like, well, firstly, from Lio's perspective, it's because he's trying to, tell teacher on this fucking dude who he's fighting with. And from the perspective of the parent, they're like, you got to call the police and things. It's like, yeah, and? Yes, police, misanthroponies having issues online. Fuck off. Kids can go in the pile, Lio. This man has never caught, they never had a groomer arrested for all the evidence. And I'll be honest with you, I look at some of the stuff that came out and I'm like, yeah, this is fucked, actually fucked shit. No one's gone to prison. I don't know what to tell you. At this point, maybe give up. Maybe you're fucking bad at this, bro.
Well, he did these things and said these things because he thought no one would find out who he is.
I believe you. I most definitely believe you. I just can't wrap my mind around.
And I also need to inform you that your son has also been posting his pornographic preferences online, including urination and fecal matter stuff, which
Jesus fucking
gross.
Christ. What? You're friends with doodle diapers, you freak. Lio, bring out the hit piece. Bring out the hit piece, Lio. At this point, just do it. I know you've got the malicious streak in you. Clearly. Do it. Fucking do it, bro.
But I know I keep driving this point home, but what fucking grown man wants to talk to another grown man's parents? Why would you ever subject yourself to that? That is so fucking weird. It is so weird.
Teddy with the $4.99. Honestly, all this Leo parent calls all feel like an improv troupe. Yes, ending with each other. Yeah, that's what it feels fake. Also, Jack B with the 2. I never harassed him, Mom, and even if I did, he deserved it.
To be telling people that.
And you're posting your sexual preferences online about fecal matter and pee. Oh my God.
No, he's lying. He literally was posting piss porn on these alt accounts.
Oh fuck! Actually, hold on. One from chat. Beckett, tell him about the call Lio taught Spanish. Yeah, so Lio was talking to somebody's mother who didn't speak English, so he used Google Translate to speak Spanish to this person's mother.
How many moms has this guy called?
That I'm aware of, I think it's 4. I think it's 4.
Jesus.
I have a feeling his mother got called at school, right?
Yeah.
He was sitting there in the fucking principal's offices and he saw that principal and he just saw the power. You know that fake power that like principals or lecturers or whatever have?
Yeah.
And he just saw that and that's what he wanted in life. That pathetic power that nobody really cares about your power. Even this mother right now is just being a yes man. Right?
Yeah.
She's gonna shit on her child and you've done nothing at the end of the day.
Right.
It's pathetic.
You know what? He's not going to be online anymore. I'm going to take all his online devices. If I have to, I'm probably going to have to take his phone and everything. Because as you see, as you can hear how serious and upset I am as his mother, and his response back to me is...
Oh, he tried lying. He tried lying to us too. He's just not very good at it.
No, he really is not. And
he also posted a lot of gore, people being dead, mutilated bodies. He's basically tried to be his.
People being dead, gore. He's posting that online. Okay, your privileges are over. No. Listen, it doesn't matter if you could or not.
He also posted drawings of He's also posted drawings of small animated children being raped. That's also something he posted.
This keeps getting worse.
Why is that the also? Why is that the also?
Why did he lead with that one?
No, because he knows which ones sound worse to the mother. He's like, well, your son's into piss and shit, man. Don't know what to tell you. He likes posting pictures of dead bodies. And also, he posts these drawings online. He knows what the normal response is going to be. He's just trying to smear this kid. Now, if he did post those things, that is gross. But I'm just saying that Lio is equally as gross, in my opinion.
We have this all cataloged. I can prove everything I've said.
We have this all cataloged. I've got the lolly shaved right here on my PC.
I'm stripping him of all of his stuff.
I can't blame you.
Have to worry about going on anything.
Now, I just want you to be aware the reason why I called you on a blocked number is because I've actually had to deal with other parents who try to defend their kids when they do stuff like this. So I apologize for the secrecy. I can give you my real number if you need it.
I would never offend I would never, even though he's my child, Lord Jesus Christ is what runs my brain.
All right, Beckett, be ready if a fucking phone number pops up. I don't know if these are censored or not.
Okay, I'll keep
My phone number is.
It says it's enhanced. It says it's enhanced, so I assume it's censored. I think they censored the name. Yeah, they censored the names at the beginning.
Well, yeah, if they're writing stuff, then yeah.
Stand up for him, knowing that he is wrong, and I'm his mother. I can't.
Well, I'm glad, but unfortunately, you're in the minority again. I've had to deal with this before, and I've had parents just absolutely defend their kids regardless of what they've done. So I'm glad that you're not one of them.
I'm so sorry.
I'm glad you're willing to throw your child under the bus because of what a random man from the internet says. You have such moral fortitude, man.
Well, I mean, in fairness, like she's not a part of. She doesn't know the internet. This is like getting a call from like the principal. You know what I mean? That's the reaction I think she had.
Yeah, like I said, it's the difference between having a kid that is always in trouble and a kid that you believe is a good kid.
Yeah.
Right? They expect this from their child, so it's easy pickings.
It's okay. I'm not, ma'am. If you're handling it, I don't need to get the cops involved. I know your son's on the spectrum. I get that. I don't need to involve the cops if you're handling it. That's all I need.
Thank you. I promise you, I am on top of this right now. He's being stressed. He's not even going to have a PlayStation in a minute because I'm taking it all.
Yeah, you might want to just sit him in a room with a Bible and tell him to just read it until he understands it.
Exactly. I mean, and he goes to church and does church missionary twice a week.
Don't tell me how to raise my son. That would have been my mother.
It's just
that's how
fucking
my mother
wild.
reacted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a principal. A principal once I got expelled from a school for a stupid reason. But the principal could have just sent me packing, but instead they insisted on seeing my mother when I was already told to sit outside the gate. And the fucking principal says, "I need to talk to you." And my mom just looked at him and was like, "Is he expelled?" She's like, "Yes." And then she was just like, "I don't need to talk to you, bitch." And then we got in the car and left.
Teddy with the 9.99. Your son told a person to kill herself? Wow, that's terrible. Yes, and he's into poo-poo? Audience laughs. Okay, audience, what other scenarios do you have for our performance?
I was so I nearly got expelled at one point. I wasn't doing anything bad. I was just, drunk constantly through my classes, and I was useless. But they called my mum in and sat down. They needed to discuss. It's like end of year stuff. It's like sixth form. And through this conversation, the way my mum spoke to me, at the end they were like, "Yes, Miss Beckett, can you just leave the room for a second? That's fine." And we'll just talk to Beckett. And they went, "Oh, well, we do understand that you must have a very hard home life. So if you need to stay on, we understand that this is a stressful situation," because I thought my mum was a fucking monster. She has like no filter. And she was like, "Well, what did they say?" I was like, "They're letting me stay." She was just super confused until I explained it to her, which is kind of based. That's a nice way to be saved by your mother.
I'm just not getting it. But I am on top of it. I'm so sorry for this. We'll never contact you, your children, your wife, none of your associates ever again.
Not a child.
Your Discord children.
Not a child either.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. Nothing bad's gonna happen on my end. I promise.
Thank you. I really appreciate you not calling the police. Thank you in Jesus' name.
It's all right.
Amen.
It's all right.
And happy holidays to you and your
You too.
family. God bless you.
You too. Have a good evening. Bye.
I'm so embarrassed.
It's okay. Well then, that went better than I expected.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
You know something about this? If he would have called the police, I don't think anything would have happened. But if the kid would have been, the reason why the mother's so afraid is the kid could have been arrested.
Yeah,
and
of course.
she would have paid bail. And then she would have been bad with money. Those who are also bad with money: Strictly Patrick, Sliggins, Gitzaberry, Darcy Evans, Ringtail, Stephon Corbino, Joe Vile. Channel has been deleted. K-Hutcast, Pigeon Salad, Echo Tragedy, Brooke A, Fresh Brewski, Jacob Thomas, and Mame. If you want to be bad with money, you can pay $14.99 a month. We'll say your name after every live stream, every episode. Can't afford that. You become a Beaver lover. That's $9.99 a month. Gets you into priority calls as well as early access to now recording episodes. If you're a Beaver lover right now, you will have early access to an episode that's out right now. It will be premiering tomorrow. And if you can't afford that, $4.99 a month gets you Stumpies, gets you into paywalled in the Discord server, as well as now recording membership live streams, which is we just did one about a week ago. And now recording membership episodes as well. And those are our membership tiers. Anything else, guys?
I'm streaming in like 25 minutes.
Yeah. So Beckett's going to be streaming in about 25 minutes. He's going to be going over the tipster friend.
Alex Gunter. I saw a bit of it, so I watched the video Boglax posted last night, and I was watching Chris cover it today, and yeah, it's a fucking rabbit hole. So we're gonna have a nice Easter special. So I'm just from one stream to another.
Yeah,
that stream's true.
If you're like, man, there's so many more Senate calls out there, we'll react to a bunch of them soon. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Beavers, anything else you want to promote?
Follow me on Twitter, Beavers_McWood.
Brew.
Yes. Beavers is trying to get to 1,000 followers. Help him out.
Never gonna happen.
Oh, what's the channel name? Oh, I'm over on Cope and Seethe. Just type in Cope and Seethe, you'll find me.
Cope and Seethe.
I keep getting my follow count keeps on going up because the porn bots follow me, and then Elon bans them,
and then it drops. Yeah.
Right. Keep an eye out for the Now Recording episode tomorrow, and remember, Now Recording is always recording.
Right. Peace.